Hello again, and welcome to another episode of Werewolf the Forsaken, the Bitches of Brewery Park. I'm Kelly, your storyteller, and joining me tonight is my amazing Pack. Hello, Pack.
Hello.
Hello.
All right. We are running on a special night tonight because Christine's birthday's coming up, and we're taking a night off and just kind of relaxing. And also,
I'm gonna play board games.
everybody's work schedule sucks. So
Got a new board game.
Mine's fine and predictable.
okay, yours is great. Caitlin's sucks.
Yeah, it's not great.
Yeah, no, it's fine. We're working around it, and you're willing to work to play tonight, to work and play tonight. So that's good. Tonight we are going to be doing our introductions a little different in order to facilitate something we discussed at the end of last game that completely slipped my mind until 20 minutes ago. Yes. So what we are going to do is we're going to list who we are, what we're doing. So let me give you an example. Hi, I'm Kelly. I'm the storyteller. My aspirations are to ruin all of your lives and to make sure the audience laughs a lot.
Joke's on you. I already ruined my own life.
Sweet. I get a beat. So
you get a beat if you didn't do anything.
I think that's.
You know what? Your beat is have players' lives be ruined.
I think that's fine.
That's better.
And
Yeah.
it's not actionable.
It's totally actionable.
It's actionable, but it's
Okay. So list who you are, list what you're about, and give me your aspirations. Does anybody need help coming up with aspirations tonight?
yes.
Yes.
Okay. How many?
One.
One. So think about personal connections that you want to enforce tonight, such as have a heart-to-heart with my father.
I did that with my mom last time.
Install the security cameras we promised we'd install. Rescue a pack member from danger is a fun one.
That is a fun one.
Let's see. Patrol my territory. Have an awkward conversation with Gina.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's one of mine.
So like things like that, like don't forget that you can set yourself up, or pardon me, you can set your character up for failure right off the bat. So you can literally have get dumped, have an abysmal one night stand.
I mean, have a one night stand.
Well, yeah.
Well, could be abysmal or not.
No, but you can literally
try.
ask for a bad one.
That's true.
You know,
You
like,
can.
I don't care. Ask for a bad one. Ask for a great one. You know, fall in love at first sight could be one. That's a great way for you to get a beat by turning an NPC into a recurring NPC.
Oh, right. I have the shaking condition still.
You still do have the shaking condition, yes.
I do.
So does that help everybody, or do you need some more ideas?
Can I ask a quick question?
Of course you can.
So I know since I wasn't here last game and I wasn't privy to that conversation, where they're trying to be more story based, right?
Yes, I would really like it if we kept mechanics out of this, at least the veneer of mechanics. So if you are like, if you want to buy up a point of brawl, don't say buy a point of brawl, say practice fighting with Megan, or watch a bunch of kung fu movies with my dad, or something like that. Like something that you can use to leverage the mechanical purchase through a narrative convention.
Okay, would saying something like do something glorious, as in worth a point of glory renown, would that count as
I think that does count as the one loophole, actually.
Okay.
Because that's a benchmark. That's like, it's not improve my skills, it's do something worth gaining more renown.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you that one. Yeah. So anybody who wants to use that type of thing for their renown, that makes sense. Because that's something your character can aspire to physically, and something you kind of mechanically exists inside of the narrative as well. Like, you know that bigger renown means bigger brandings and things.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Amy, you had a question.
Sort of, yeah. So I looked down at my long-term aspiration and how the mechanic side of it is trying to get to a certain fighting style merit thing.
Mm-hmm.
But right now it just is improve fight.
Well,
improve fight.
do you think you can?
Should I narrow that down a bit?
I think you were frustrated at the end of last game when you wrote that. So So I think that maybe you should just be like, become a better fighter, get in a fight.
Well, this is long term.
This
so
is long term.
because it's gonna be, I'm gonna have to buy multiple points and things in multiple separate things before I can even buy it, and it's gonna be multiple experiences acquired and spent.
How about become, become a skilled fighter or something like that. Just or like choose a member of your pack.
What's the fighting style called?
Well, the merit is called
It's the flanking.
Flanking, yeah.
Become a strategic fighter.
Improve fight. I keep seeing
Improve
it.
fight. How about something like
It was probably supposed to be like improve fighting skills or something like that.
I think I just said improve fight because I wanted to get off the conversation. I like just put
No,
improve...
I think that was me probably just forgetting words halfway through and just writing something.
How about, well, do you want to make this more antagonistic? Because that could be interesting if you pick another member of the party or of the pack that you think is a better fighter than you and say become a better fighter than blank.
But the thing is, it's actively meant to be a supportive role. Like it would be better for like when we are fighting together. It's like being like improve combat. Oh, improve combat support. That's what it means.
Oh, yeah.
What about like maybe not antagonistic within the pack, but like some other werewolf that's not in our pack and therefore wouldn't benefit from the fighting style.
Yeah, like
to be like be a better fighter than that person. Yeah, be a better fighter than the pure.
Yeah,
I could just say fuck up the pure.
Could just say
that is a good long-term aspiration that many blood talons have.
Fair. Improve combat support in parentheses. Fuck up the pure.
Those are two separate ones, in my opinion.
I feel like they would.
Well, I'm aiming for the first one first, and once I'm done that, the fuck up the pure will come in and slot in to replace.
That sounds good. Does anybody else have another example they want?
Yeah, so I need to try and figure out 2 short terms.
Okay. Did any connect with your parents, avoid Chris Price, burn bridges with Chris Price would be another one that you could put forward as a PC. I think that's one that you kind of wanted to lean into last game anyway, is burn bridges with him or disconnect from him.
Yeah, but I feel like that's more like a midterm goal than a short term, because I wasn't going to do it instantaneously. Like I'm not trying to do it tonight. Right, whereas short term are supposed to be like
short term should be within a session or two. So I think that could be one of them if you're short on them.
Because I was thinking with that one kind of like a month or 2 of phasing out.
Would you want to wait that long? You guys were only dating for like 2 months. Before 6 months, you don't know anyone. You don't know anyone anything. I mean, that's usually the rule in bigger cities. I'm just saying, like, especially might I remind you what Megan looks like? I think that would hold true. Or you could honestly do something like I mean, I keep bringing this up, but find a Tinder hookup is a great way to relieve guilt for a couple of hours.
That's true.
Put yourself in mortal danger.
Mortal peril.
What's your...
I just figured that was kind of given.
Yeah, that's fair for a
And I figured I'd kind of already done get in a fight.
Find out why my sister hasn't called me back is one from the core book. So something of that degree could work. Like, so find out what has happened to Niklaus is a pretty easy one.
That's true, actually.
Did anybody take anything in regarding Niklaus? Then just somebody take it. Damn it, that's a free beat.
I said reach out to... Well, sorry, we're doing introductions. I will keep mine secret until that time.
Keep it secret. Keep it safe.
No, I will not keep it safe.
And try not to duplicate any ones that you've used recently.
Okay.
So
yeah,
like if you put every session like lose a fight
or win a fight.
Yeah, I mean, like if you go from lose a fight to win a fight, that's great. But don't win a fight every session and just have it the same thing. You're gonna have to start flavoring it somehow. Like win a fight with one hand behind my back. Win a fight blindfolded. Like you're gonna have to season it. Win a fight teriyaki barbecue. You know.
I didn't put that one, but
okay. All right, so I dropped my pen. This is a great night.
I did so well.
I was doing so well. All right, so why don't we go ahead and say hello? Let's start with Christine because she's right here.
Okay. I'm Christine, and I'm playing Megan Butler, the Uratha Ironmaster. And my aspirations are long-term, solidify our hold on our territory.
Mm-hmm.
And the short terms we just discussed, which was find out what happened to Nick. And I'm going with the one night stand specifically to assuage guilt.
To assuage guilt? Okay.
Yeah. Because technically Chris Price was the first. I did that as a short term originally, which was have a fling.
Okay. That sounds good.
So,
all right. Jen.
Hi, I'm Jen. I'm playing Brighton Lee. And my aspirations, long term, are become alpha.
Nice.
And
I'm helping.
Yeah,
other people are doing the work for me.
You could use the aspiration like on the episode it's gonna happen, Christine. You can put down stop being alpha as an aspiration. You might as well get a beat for it.
All right.
Yeah.
Let me know, and I will happily do that.
Take a dive.
What you watching might not know, I don't like being in a leadership position. I defaulted into it here.
Yeah.
I'm more than happy to push.
So what are your other twos?
My short terms are the do something worthy of glory renown. So I called it do something glorious because why not?
What level of glory is that?
Oh man,
because you're at, would that be level 3?
I think it's 3.
Ooh, that's a big
Yeah,
one.
it's 3.
Nice.
It'd be 3.
I gotta remind myself what that's worth.
And my second short term is one you tell me I might be looking at starting soon. Figure out what's going on with my housing situation.
You're gonna love the beginning of this game. Remind me to do another disclaimer before we start game proper.
Oh boy.
Amy.
Yeah. Hello, I am Amy, and I am playing Kate Powers, the what am I? An Ailadoth? Ailadoth Ironmaster.
Tonight.
And my aspirations. Do you want my long term as well?
Sure.
Yeah. Chat had a great suggestion of learn group fighting techniques. I'm gonna use that.
Okay.
Better than what I had down. Then my short ones are reach out to burned pack members, or like the ones who are not currently super happy with us because and then I also went with install one of the security cameras, or enact it getting installed.
Install cameras. All right, cool. I'm keeping these on my list too so that I can and basically, Jen, so one of the reasons that I wanted these before game is if I know your aspirations, I can, instead of just running the game and thinking, oh yeah, well, I mean, if your aspiration happens to come up, this way I can look down and go like, maybe I'll just do a little side scene of you running the cameras for 5 minutes instead, right? It gives me a little more direction to like feed you guys what you want. This is a way of you telling me what kind of scenes you want. Caitlin.
Hello, I'm Caitlin. I'm playing Claire Iwatani, the Rahu Ironmaster, and I would like to check in with Gina and learn more about the peer that attacked us, more specifically how they were able to push us across.
Ooh, nice.
And my long-term goal is to reconnect with my mom's side of the family.
Nice.
It's taken me a long ass time.
It is. We got to lean into that.
Yeah.
All right. So last thing I need from you guys is that we are using the putting it on the line system, which is where you put something on the line that connects to your life. And when you lose yourself to your death rage, you burn a permanent connection. So I'm going to pull up the cards that we had on the table from before and make sure that they are what people have here. So Lawrence Emerson, Kate, still on the table?
No, I was going to stick my mom on the table.
Oh no, I like your mom.
Wait, yeah. Nana hasn't appeared yet, so I'm going to go with mom.
Oh god, no, I like your mom.
I know, I like my mom too.
I like your mom. She's.
I mean, they don't necessarily need to have appeared yet. They just have to be a named NPC.
I
would allow your grandma.
Okay, let's go with Nana because she's amazing and she's a Spitfire and would fight back just as hard.
Okay.
Probably.
All right. So Kate.
I just looked at my notebook.
Okay.
Plan K for Kate.
So Brighton, I have Ember Boos, which is a friend of yours from the old gang.
Ember Bows.
Bows. Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, we'll keep her.
Okay, keep her on the table. I have Caitlin's mentor, Marika. Marika?
Yes.
Marika? Mariko? Okay, cool. And then I've got Liz Brantwood, the university best friend forever for Megan.
Yeah.
Same one? Okay.
Good.
All right. So, reminder as well, if you're short on willpower, you can you won't regenerate one, but you can basically spoof a willpower point by adding another name to the table.
I'm never short on willpower.
I know you're never short on willpower. You're the opposite of Kate.
Yeah.
Doing pretty good.
Kate's always a little willpower peckish.
Oh, speaking of willpower, just because I know that I would have been down stuff from 2 games ago, and am I back up anything since then, essentially?
No. It has been continuous, unfortunately. Well, yeah, it's been continuous. Unless you would have fulfilled your blood or bone in the scene at Hedgewall VPN.
No.
Okay. That reminds me, by the way, you guys got... Did I give you your beats from last game? Yeah, I did.
Yes, you did, because I spent experiences.
Okay, cool.
Which, by the way, I have Striking Looks 1 now.
Hey, you got pretty between games.
Yeah!
Oh, man, there's a guy in the chat
trauma.
who's asking if we want to become famous. Boy, do I ever. I'm banning him.
Immediately.
Oh, from Big Follows.
Big Follows!
Oh, I would love a Big
That
Follow.
just sounds kind of gross.
Would you like a
is
big...
it just me, or is the stream really washed out for me and Megan on Twitch?
Looks fine to me.
It looks fine.
And
for
it
me
might
too.
just be my monitor. Okay.
Might just be your monitor.
Cool.
I can lower your gamma a tiny bit, though.
Yeah, because I'm like super washed out on mine for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, you seem fine on mine.
Here,
Okay.
I've got
Maybe
you
I
at
check
a, I've
before I
got you
get
at a
too far.
minus 30 now, so maybe that'll help. And then I will drop Christine down to a minus 30 as well.
No, I'm fine.
On the Twitch stream?
No, it looks a little better now like this.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, gives you a little
Yeah,
more
that looks
contour.
good.
Okay. All right. Christine, let me know if that doesn't work for you in the next second. Boop, boop, boop.
I guess it's fine.
Okay. Gives you a little more
Like-
contour.
Okay.
Mm.
I was fine with the way it was, so
Are you fine with this one too?
it's okay.
I'll move it back. Anyway, hi. Oh boy. Gamma was at 7, and then saturation was at...
Saturation.
Boom, there it is.
Time to get snacks.
Yeah, snacksuration. All right, so
Snack
does anybody have anything else they want to talk about before we begin game tonight?
No, I don't think so. Not for me.
All right. With that, let's hop into it. Oh, that reminds me. The thing I asked Jen. So tonight, just a reminder that this game is intended for mature audiences. There are situations that will arise tonight that may be uncomfortable for people. They may involve violence, discussions of sexuality, or just other adult themes that might not be great. If that, and just viewer discretion is advised, or listener discretion if you're listening to this later. Yeah, it's a work of fiction. I don't know what else to say, really. I don't want to specifically call things out, but it's a World of Darkness game. So, and with that, why don't we kick this off? The story is true. There were once 2 cousins, born from celestial light. One, a spirit made of strands of silvery moonlight, danced among the wilds of the Hissil in 1,000 shapes, but her favorite was a beautiful young girl. The other, a spirit of fire and light, bound into a 5-pointed form like a burning bundle of twigs, had neither the subtlety nor the finesse to change its shape like its kin. But to please her, he ruminated on his 5-pointed form and chose to look more like that of a burning man, for it was so much like the form that she so loved. For all his wrath, the Burning One was a shy spirit and refused to dance. But his cousin was as persuasive as she was fluid, and soon convinced him to join her across the skies, flowing through the heavens like comets across the surface of water. They danced and played for a time that would grind a newborn's bones to dust, and he thought that they were happy, perfect, complete. But the moon spirit was curious as he was stubborn. She was as flighty as he was intense. She had found other friends to play with, across what remained of the border marches in the human's world. And he grew jealous of her, and whenever she returned, he would try to keep her home, where it was safe. But she was an impossible creature to contain, and convinced him each time to let her go, again and again, by saying, "Just a little longer. I promise. I'll return to you." And so the Burning One waited for her. And every time she left, she returned. Until she didn't. And so the Burning One waited for her. He waited, and waited, until his fire burned so low that he thought he might cease to be. His fire burned down to embers in loneliness as he waited for her to return. High above, her choir watched him with pity, and a loon of the pregnant moon, sister to this missing one, came down to him and told him the truth, that she had visited the world of men and been caught by the Uratha, Father Wolf's ilk, and by their touch she had been destroyed. The fire's flame rekindled. He burned so brightly that the loon recoiled from his rage and her fear. He was to be incomplete forever. He was to be lonely forever. Nothing remained save for the hatred that fueled a revenge, as his great sire Helios had so long before sworn on Father Wolf's kin. He would find the ones that took her from him. He would make those wolves pay. He would make them suffer. He would burn them until every last drop of blood had been turned to ash. This story is also true. For once, Brighton Lee was having a good night. As the pack fled through the thoroughly destroyed site of Hedgewall VPN, they quickly ducked through the shadows to reach Megan's car. The air inside of the vehicle was jubilant and tinged with the sharp and sour tangs of sweat and adrenaline. In the silence of the vehicle, the sound of Brighton's phone buzzing in her pocket was a thunderclap, and she sheepishly muted the vibration. She checked the screen. Link was calling. With a sigh, she answered the phone. But Link was already in mid-sentence. "Look, you have to get home. There are guys here and they're measuring the place and throwing around eviction notices, and this place is against the fucking law! You should know if you read the fucking Tenancy Act, and I would really use you here right now. Please, 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 please." Brighton sighed and assured Link that yes, she would be there soon. Never mind. It hadn't been Brighton Lee's day after all. But then again, when had it ever been? And with that, we are going to have you... So, Jen... That's the wrong speaker. 1 second. Boop. Like, there's no music coming out here. With a little bit of time to kill, you ask your friends to drop you off at your house. They do so. Quickly, you'll find yourself outside of your home. It's late at night at this point. What time was it that you guys finished up at Hedgewall? Was it like 10 or 11?
It
I think
was.
you said 11.
It was
11.
super late because everybody had left except for that one guy.
Yeah, it was late.
All right, so it is very late. That's not a song. What am I doing? Okay. Megan's car pulls down the dark road that is your street. Number of subdivided houses on either side of the road. and the occasional pale fluorescent street lamp flickering as you approach. As you reach your house, which is a large 2-floor number with the basement belonging to you, you notice that there is an expensive Escalade parked outside. It looks a little out of sorts in this neighborhood, which is a little more on the middle class side of Vancouver. Then again, with property values being what they are, who can afford a house that can't afford a car? Actually, quite a few people. They drop you off and tell you to get in touch with them later when you're done. What do you do?
I'm gonna go inside.
Okay. Can you make me a wits and composure roll?
I can. That reminds me I should have a dice roller up because I don't have any dice near me. Wits and composure, you say?
Mm-hmm.
I said roll the dice. There we go. Ah, great start. 1 success.
1 success.
I have 1 8.
As you cut across the yard on your typical path that's worn a tread through the needs-to-be-cut grass of the front lawn, you see that on the far side of the property, next to the fence that bisects your yard from the neighbor's yard, a sign has been put up. You almost missed it, how it blends in with the barrier there, but as you turn, you glance. It's been hammered in. Not very long. The ground's still definitely disturbed. It's a redevelopment notice. Citing that the 2 lots, your house and the neighbor's lot, are to be turned into, looks like a condo development.
Great. I'm gonna go inside.
Okay. As you enter, you are going to immediately catch the smell. Sweat. Nervous sweat. The stench of body odor mingling with weed. Spilled alcohol. And cologne. Expensive. You can hear voices in the side room up ahead, where, which would be in your bedroom, actually. Look, man, I don't think she's gonna want you in here, okay? Maybe you should just fuck off until, people actually get home. You hear Link's voice.
I'm going to pause briefly, take a deep breath, straighten my spine, and stride into my room as though I fucking own the place. Also, I'm using Voice of Glory for whoever I'm meeting for the first time right now.
That sounds great.
I was about to say, pull that werewolf intimidation over you.
Okay. As you walk in, what you will see is Link, rather disheveled, looking quite perturbed and upset, making his way around the room, like trying to get in the way of the man in front of him, who is a rather handsome, lantern-jawed man with almost 2 days of perfectly manicured stubble. His hair is a sandy brown and slicked back over his broad temples. He's wearing a midnight blue sharkskin suit, the kind that sheens in the light a bit, and is wearing shoes. However, he has deigned to put on tiny little booties on top of them, as not to leave tracks on the carpet. He's holding a tape measure. Actually, pardon me, he's holding one of those laser tape measures, and jotting something down on a pad in his hand.
Excuse me, can I help you?
Yes, you're Miss Lee? he says, turning and looking your direction.
Yes, I am. And who do I have the pleasure of speaking to?
Hi, I'm Seth Ballard. Nice to meet you. We left a notice here 48 hours ago saying that we would be coming by at most convenient time.
Is it usually the most convenient time to be midnight?
Given the hours of wakefulness of this property, yes. We tried coming several times.
Have you spoken with our landlord?
Presently, yes, I am your landlord presently.
We were not aware of any sale of the property.
True. It wasn't sold. I'm afraid maybe you didn't hear. Your landlord, my aunt recently died a few days ago in the... No.
Are you the executor of her estate?
I'm the next of kin, yeah.
If you're not the executor of the estate, which will have been determined by a court of law, you are currently trespassing, sir. Please leave. You may contact us during daytime working hours if you would wish to visit this property again. Until such time as you can present an order of probate from the court stating that you are the executor of the estate and you are the owner of this house, the executor of this house. Until that time, you are trespassing.
All right. Hardball. Sure. I'll bring those documents.
Make sure that you do. I look forward to reading them entirely.
I'm sure you do. Do you have a copy of your lease?
I will get you that document when you bring me yours.
That sounds great. So I've seen the lease on hand. I don't believe your name is actually on it.
I believe you're mistaken.
We'll see. Well, sorry to disturb you at this hour then. But next time we speak, I will remind you that when the sale of the property and the transference of title or deed is complete, you will be getting compensation. This doesn't have to be painful for all of us, but you're right.
I appreciate that. I don't plan on making it painful for all of us. What I do plan to do is make sure we're not getting screwed.
No one's getting screwed unless they want to. It's not my...
I've been screwed by better, so...
Oh, I assure you. Once you've been handled by Ballard, you'll never go another direction. Here. And he'll pull out a business card and set it on your bedside table next to all of those used condom wrappers.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just leave that there. And he gives it 2 condescending pats. If you'll excuse me. Hey, Jared? Ken, we're leaving. 2 other suited individuals gather the things and head out your door.
Sigh of relief. I'm just going to kind of collapse onto the bed once I hear the front door close.
What the fuck was that?
Them or me?
Yes, Link says. Yes, but both of you. What the... Okay, did you... When did you memorize the legal code regarding tenancy?
I wanted to cover my ass, okay?
Is that aren't you from Alberta?
Yes, but I've lived here for like 7-8 years now. When...
Fuck, are you on the lease? Am I on the lease? Who the fuck had the original lease? We just kind of moved in.
Yeah, I don't know if we're on the lease. Kira wasn't the type to really do things by the book. That's why we got such a good deal here. She was doing it as a favor, not as a legal thing.
What are the rules about squatters' rights? Because then we're technically squatters, and squatters have rights, right? We have rights.
Not many. At least I managed to stave him off a little.
Fuck, I must have... Look, somebody's been calling our number, like, constantly. Like, like the phone in the kitchen that actually... Like, the landline that's connected upstairs.
The one that we never answer, yeah?
Yeah, well... Yeah, somebody answered it and said, yeah, whatever.
Good.
I'm not going to say who it was.
I have my guesses. Okay, think.
I just know it wasn't me, okay? So...
That wasn't you.
Was he hitting on you?
I don't know. I think he was trying to shame me for my extracurricular activities.
Do you think that would slow him down? Can you fuck this house into our possession?
God, no, I don't want to do that.
But you've got, like, magical werewolf ass. It could be good. I mean, not for you, but it'd be great for me. Like, I'm not... No, I'm starting to feel like that's me being a pimp. Maybe we should back off this.
Yeah, no, I don't do that sort of thing anymore.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I'm sorry. I forgot. Oh, God, how the fuck did I forget? I'm sorry. No.
It's okay. We're both a little stressed right now. Okay.
He's gonna pat around, and eventually on the back pocket of his way too tight jeans, he's gonna pull out a completely crushed pack of menthols. Mint?
You know what? Fuck it. Sure. You know what we should do? Because they're going to take this house from us, is we should smoke up all through here.
I mean,
just make it reek. They'll have to spend hundreds on cleaning. If we're not on the lease, we don't have a damage deposit. It's fine. They can keep it.
Yeah. Kira's gone. That's weird. Like, I know you told me the other day, but... That's too bad. Like, she was good people.
Yeah. She did a lot for us.
What are we gonna do, B?
I don't know.
Like, this place runs us about, what, like $400 a month each?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sleeping in, like, what's basically like a closet.
I can probably get a space to crash until we can get something. Okay?
Back at your...
We're not going back. I promise you that.
You're, like, back at your
Yeah, with the others. Well, they don't live there, but...
I mean, hell, I could live there. I kind of worry about... You know... Well, I don't fucking know, like... This sucks.
Yeah. All right, let's. I mean, honestly, I don't particularly want to go toe to toe with that guy again. We have a couple options here. We can stick around and try to fight, and we'll lose eventually, because if he doesn't have the documents now, he will have them soon. If he's telling the truth, which he probably is, or at least as close enough to it for it to matter. But the other option is just grab our bug out bags and go. Just bail.
I mean, he said no matter what, like, we're gonna get some money. You might as well fight it just long enough to get a little bit of cash.
That's true.
I mean, he's gonna offer us, like, what is it, like 2 months? Like a month or two? Something like that?
Yeah.
We could just ask for, like, cash up front and then just be like, yeah, man, like, you just give us, like, we pay 2,000 a month for this place. You give us $4,000, we're gone, and you can have it. You know, we split it 4 ways.
If we do that, I would suggest letting him make the first offer.
Yeah,
see how much it's worth to him, because if we lowball it, yeah, we get some money, but he might be able to pay more.
That's fair.
Okay, sure. Yeah, we don't completely bail. I'll treat him civilly, and we talk it out and get decent compensation.
Okay, but if you want to, like, you know, convince him.
I'll do my best.
Okay. You don't have to, like, I mean, like, you could also just, you know, show up at his house and, like, turn into a, you know, 9-foot tall hell beast.
I could, yeah. I would.
I think that's called aggressive negotiation.
Generally, I mean, I did turn a little bit of that on coming in here.
Yeah, that was pretty big. That was the thing. I'm a little scared of you.
Good. I'm gonna reach out and just, like, squeeze his hand.
You're very strong.
I am.
Fuck.
Yeah.
What do you spend the next couple of hours doing?
Probably I'm going to first collect everything that's important in case I do have to bail. I do have a bug out bag, but that's my, like, I need to bail right now. This is going to be my, you know, I have a few hours to plan and can pack a few more things. And I'm also just going to look and see if we have a copy of any lease.
Sure. Why don't you go ahead and make me an intelligence and investigation roll. Sure. Or, you know what? Let's do resolve and investigation, because looking for documents requires resolve and investigation.
That's fair.
Because there's no intelligence or logic to it.
Yeah.
Who knew that my father's will was buried under the dog's, you know, the dog house?
4 successes.
4 successes. All right. What's your politics score?
1.
1? Okay, it is entirely comprised of your knowledge of Tenancy Act.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
that is it.
Well, screw you, buddy, and your ability to successfully fill out a CERB application.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I got CERB.
As you got CERB. Okay, so you are going to gain a personal beat from your short-term aspiration.
Cool.
And with that 4 successes, so you are going to find an old coffee-stained copy of the lease in the bottom of a shoebox in the hall closet. it was filled out. How long have you been in this house?
Probably like 6 or 8 months. I don't think it's been that long.
Cool. This was filled out about 2 years ago.
Oh, good.
It has Audrey on it.
All right. Yeah.
As a subletter. For
That's
a
something.
sublet term that was meant to end in 2019.
That's a little less good.
Yeah, so it looks like whoever was the original renter just bailed, and probably just Kira said, "Oh, just pay me directly."
Yeah.
You might be in trouble unless you can get a document falsified.
Well, here's my plan for the rest of the evening.
Try to figure out how to falsify a document?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I would like you to do for this is going to be an extended roll, and it is going to be intelligence plus, I guess it's going to be intelligence and larceny. And this is kind of a difficult task, so let's see. Do you have forgery as a specialty?
I do not.
Okay, well, it was worth a try. Let's see, forge documents. Do they have a handy-dandy little carousing, repair, research, shadowing a mark?
I do have a dot in larceny, so that's helpful.
Well, that's helpful.
Not immediately down like extra dice.
I'm just seeing what type of bonuses or penalties this might have. I feel like... Would it be larceny? I feel like it would be either larceny or politics.
It is the exact same dice pool for me.
Is it? Okay.
Yep. They're both one dot. Same with crafts, if you wanted to go crafts for some reason.
Yes, Kira was strange. She made Arlise paper mache.
I mean, she was that kind of weird hippie person, so yeah.
Okay, identify authority, navigate bureaucracy, and mudslinging are the politics suggestions. Casing a building, sleight of hand, lock picking. Yeah, we're going to do intelligence and larceny. This is going to be an extended roll. Each roll is going to take an hour of work.
Okay.
So go ahead and make me your first roll.
Nothing.
All right. So you start to get to work. And as you are doing your research, you've printed off the documents, you've started trying to age the paper up. It took you almost an hour to find a copy of the BC tenancy agreement that was dated before 2020.
Mm-hmm.
So you finally find one that matches the file in front of you, and then you spend forever trying to find a copy of Kira's signature. It's about that time. Who would be reaching out to Brighton?
I mean, Kate is trying to reach out to people, everyone right now, probably, if we're at that point of...
Yeah, it was about an hour later that happened, right?
I don't quite recall, but sure.
I don't think we went through the entire day, right?
No, it was not the whole day, no.
Yeah, it was the middle of the night still, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so about an hour later, so it is April 8th, which means that it is, I believe it is Brighton's moon.
Yeah, because we went back to talk to the spirit, and then we went back to the... Right. So it might be 2 hours later?
I'll say it's 2 hours later. So Brighton, you can give me one more roll. Do this at a -1 penalty, because you're getting frustrated.
Cool. Yeah, I am.
Yeah, I know.
Ooh! One success.
One success. All right, you managed to find a copy of her signature, and you're starting to get the heart over the Y. Is it I or an I that she's supposed to Kira with?
I can't remember. Let's go with Y.
It's probably Y. Okay, then you start to get the loop on her Y just right, and you're like, okay, you think you might be able to pull this off when your phone starts buzzing again.
I'm gonna look at it.
It is a call from Kate.
I'm gonna answer it, but put it on speaker. Hey, what's up? You're on speaker.
What?
Hi?
What? Oh, hi, Brighton. We
Yeah.
have a situation, like a big situation, like, Nick is in trouble, big trouble. We need to go, like, right now. Now. We're on our way.
Okay.
Right? We're on our way. Megan, we're going, right?
Yes.
Like, right now? Okay. Yeah. Be ready. We'll be there soon. We gotta.
Okay.
Basically, one of the spirit things that is bad here, it's centralized at the place that Nick is staying.
Okay.
And has claimed him.
Good.
Yeah. So that's what we're dealing with right now. Bye. She's gonna hang up.
I'm gonna go to the fridge, take out 2 energy drinks, and shotgun them both.
All right, that sounds great.
Legit.
I do not have the energy for this.
And yet you will persevere.
Yep.
All right. So meanwhile, back at the den, you all pile in to Megan's car. Who has shotgun? All right.
Probably Kate.
So Kate, you slide into the front. Claire, you slide into the back. Are you doing or grabbing anything on your way? Calling anybody else? What are you doing? What's everyone doing?
Kate is sending out to the. I feel Kate is the type of person to have set up a group like telephone tree.
Basically the WhatsApp group call.
Yeah, so she's sending to that, but then also sending
WhatsApp.
like individual people. WhatsApp. Yeah.
Wait, you're using a thing called Howl.
It is probably. Yeah. Let's do that. She's got to send out the howl.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
I'm totally gonna create an app called Howl now, but go ahead.
Which is essentially just going to say, like, regardless of what our current situation is and what your current stance is and feelings about the pack, people are in danger. Like, get to safety, please check in so we know you're alive and not, but in slightly better terms than that, but not much better.
Okay. All right. So you will send that out, and you will get a lot of pings back.
Who does not ping back?
The people who do not ping back are. What I want you to do is go ahead and make me a manipulation plus expression roll. Or manipulation plus persuasion roll would be fine too.
Persuasion and expression are the exact same for me. So
Okay.
it was manipulation and let's do
Persuasion.
As
To try to
tempting
get-
as it is to spend willpower, I'm not going to do it yet.
Just put another pack member on the line. It's fine.
I'll spend a willpower.
Okay.
Okay, fine, done. 3 more dice. I don't think anything else hits for this. Like, I don't think pack dynamics applies here.
It does not.
And I don't think any of my other stuff applies, so.
My god. My extra life d20 really gouged my rolling bins.
Yeah, that thing is a.
It's
That's
a-
no
beast.
success!
No success?
No.
Alright, cool. Holy crap. I rolled how angry one character is with you, and I got like so many 10s.
Whoa.
Is it Gina? It's probably Gina.
You will get a message back from everybody but Gina.
Hey, Claire.
Huh? What's up?
Have you gotten any responses from Gina yet recently?
I haven't really messaged her yet. I'm kind of
Could
trying
you-
to let her simmer down.
Yeah,
Why?
but wasn't she? Didn't just to clarify, make sure that I'm getting this right. Claire told us that Gina had been seeing the dress thing and had been walking right, like in her dreams and her like weird spirit
Yes.
walking. Okay, yeah. So be like, so because she saw this thing that it currently has Nick. Like, do we know if she's actually okay and not just mad at us?
I can try to message her.
Please do.
Okay.
She's the only one who didn't respond. Well, aside from, Nick.
Oh, yes, Nick didn't respond. I feel like that was obvious, but I might as well just restate that.
Yes.
Okay.
Because otherwise that would be a little unnerving, too.
I'm fine.
You're not fine! Your phone just went to voicemail a whole bunch of times!
Yeah.
All right.
You get a message back that's that script that's like really creepy, and it's like, I'm fine.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
That actually happened last game, so
yeah.
I have not watched the stream for that, so
that's okay. I started typing
fine.
text over the entire screen
of the stream itself.
That's amazing.
It was okay. It went a little big. I had to. It was a good attempt.
It was.
All right.
It was.
So, what do you do, Caitlin?
Okay. I will text her. I think that's how we would usually communicate.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I will give her a text. See if she's okay.
You do not hear a response.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if she's just angry, but I haven't heard anything back yet.
Do you get a text if you're blocked by a number?
No.
I have no idea.
It's probably just
No. I don't think you get notified. So yeah, on that note, Megan's gonna be listening to all this and be like, "Look, she might have just blocked you guys." Then she wouldn't even get the text.
She would do that.
Why do we have to know such petty people? It's hard. Does she have an alternate number or wait, is she on Tinder?
Yeah.
Amy, take a beat.
Okay. Because Kate is gonna just try and see if she's active on Tinder.
Are you
or
on
any
Tinder?
dating.
Are you on Tinder? Oh, this is the question hangs in the air forevermore.
Kate is not answering or paying any attention. She's very focused on her phone.
Oh yeah, Gina is bi, so she would pull up on yours as well.
Well, if she didn't show up that way, she was also gonna just make a fake profile if she had to.
No, but I believe that she's canonically bi, so
yeah.
So she will just pull up automatically.
I'm just like, what do I know about Gina? Okay, search things and trying. Probably taking the slightly long way around to do it. Hey, I don't know how Tinder works. I've never used it.
Basically, you match profiles within a certain area, and then you swipe left or right. If you pay more, you get additional services.
Yeah.
So it's like $30 a month or something like that for the ability to check your own stats and stuff. It's yeah. I don't know. Somebody who's used Tinder, explain it.
Also, if you pay money, you have the ability to, if you accidentally swipe left, which would send them to no.
You can undo it.
You can undo it if you pay money.
Oh no! I swiped the hottie left.
Yeah.
That happens to me all the time when I'm playing Reigns, which is you are the king, and you do make all of your choices by swiping left or right on the screen.
Oh.
It's cute,
no.
but I die a lot.
I
play it when I'm
the
trying to
funniest
sleep.
thing was watching Glam and Gore do their makeup based on Tinder.
Yeah.
And just would swipe on people, and just then when they messaged her, ask them the randomest questions about hair or lashes or colors or that sort of stuff, and with no context. She just ask a really random kind of weird question,
and then do her hair like that.
And then base it off of that.
That's great.
All right. So what I want you to do is go ahead and make me another manipulation. You know what? Don't make me a roll about this at all. So yes, after searching around Tinder, you are going to find an older photo of Gina, probably about 6 to 8 months old. Back when her hair was a different length, and obviously this is a profile she hasn't used in a while. But you will find her.
It doesn't show her active status, does it?
It does not. You can swipe right on her.
I will do so.
One moment, please.
The werewolf is not catfishing.
Okay. At least at one point, when she saw your profile, she either jokingly or seriously swiped right on you. So this means that you, I believe, now have messaging capability. Because you appear as a match.
Woo, okay. What is a Okay. So she doesn't know it's me. How do I check to see if she's
Wait, are
alive
you using your own profile, right?
I was considering just making one, a fake one.
She would have to swipe on you before you could.
Oh, okay. In that case, if she's matched before, then...
Yeah, if you were using a new profile and she hasn't used her profile in a while, which when you started this, you wouldn't have been sure if she had.
Claire, how often does she check her dating apps? You said she was doing online dating, right? Daily?
Yeah.
Nightly?
She always tells me about it the next day. I mean, she used to.
Right. Okay. So, yeah, she's definitely... Kate's definitely making a new fake one and is immediately going to swipe and see if she gets a response, like, in any time at all.
Oh, okay.
This is really
that undoes everything we just did then.
Yeah, this is very convoluted, what Kate's trying to do.
Then
she's like actively she's not thinking straight. This is the best plan she's currently coming up with, her one int.
Okay. It's not gonna work. They're like, are you making like a female profile, male profile, same picture, fake picture?
No, she's like literally just gonna pull up like information from like a really stupid one that she's seen before and making a fake one real quick.
That's not gonna work, unfortunately, because it's the type of app that requires 2 active presences unless somebody's already been active.
Okay.
Like she would have to hunt down. She'd have to be on the prowl, and would have to select you after you'd selected her.
Yeah, that's essentially what Kate's hoping that she is actively trying to do something, because gossip and knowing that she's lonely and in a bad mood and mad at us and not talking to us. She's hoping. She's really hoping. This is a long shot. This is fully aware that this is a long shot. Okay.
You will try and you will swipe, so that might come up later.
It might come up later. So this has been seeded. Kate is currently catfishing, not catfishing. She's wolf fishing.
And your fake profile is...
I need to come up with a name. Hold on.
Male or female?
It's male.
Cool. Is it Justin, Peter, Troy?
It is...
Kyle, Chad. It's not Chad.
It's...
Charles, Anthony, Wendell.
Anthony. It's Tony. And it's one of those ones where it's like, no, it doesn't have a face shot. It's got like abs.
Oh my goodness.
She's like, that'll work, right? With Gina?
I think so. Yeah, she does seem to appreciate abs.
Okay, cool.
Cat fishing.
Yeah, I'm writing this in my game notes.
Please write this in your game notes. Chat, if you donate bits, she'll answer, but otherwise, no. We're gonna monetize this shit. That's what Hayden was trying to do the other night on our zero session of Rime of the Frostmaiden. Was like, to get this to happen, donate bits, and I'm like, hadn't thought of that before, but okay.
Vote now to make this happen.
Vote with your wallet to make things explode.
Something like donate bits to name the rat familiar in Vandalia.
Oh, in Vandalia, that's what it was. Oh, that's a good idea.
Because we talked about it. So
no, we're too good for that. I had someone message me on YouTube and ask, so is the 3rd episode of Vampire the Requiem only available on your Patreon? And I had to be like, that would be the smart way to get money, yes, but no, it just is an editing limbo. You're welcome to support us on Patreon if you want, though. So we got to get that done, Amy.
Yeah, we do.
She was really, really sweet. Or they were really sweet, I actually can't tell. But they seemed really sweet, and I want to get them a good... Also, they might be listening to this, so thank you so much. That was really sweet.
Think the because... Oh, sorry. Finished.
Yeah. Anyway.
I interrupted.
You did. What were you going to say?
I was going to say, I think, because I don't know how the naming on the profiles work, but I feel like it would be like, we went with something like Troy Coastal 777.
Something like that. I don't know. It's on YouTube. Let's back to game. All right. So with that, you are going to pull up in front of Brighton's house. Brighton, you'll hear the sound of car pulling up outside without any effort, just the grind of Megan's wheels, her tires pressing down on the... Oh wait, it's April, so I guess... Yeah, there's still crunchy bits on the sidewalk. Do you go and meet with them?
Yeah, I'll just touch... Since I know that they're showing up soon, once I'm done my energy drinks, I'm just going... Having iron stamina can suck sometimes. It's like, ugh, I need all this caffeine. I'm just going to process it super quickly. But I'm going to touch base with Link and be like, hey, look, there's another situation that's kind of life or death, so I gotta run, but I will be back before office hours in the morning.
Okay.
So that I can talk to the guy, I guess. I'm expecting him to show up like right at like 9 or something. We'll see. If you're any good at forgery, I've been trying to forge us a lease.
I mean, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, I haven't gotten very far, so it's not like you can ruin anything. I can always print another copy.
Never assume what I can ruin.
I never really do. And I'll just like pat him on the cheek.
Don't die.
Do my best. I'm gonna head out.
All right.
And I'll be outside waiting for them when they.
Okay. All right, so you pull up alongside the curb. Brighton is waiting for you. She hops in the car. What do you say?
What's up?
Well, trying to get replies from people. To make sure no one else has been abducted by the spirit person. Spirit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why don't you run me through what's happened in the last few hours? Because I feel like I've missed a huge chunk of time.
Yeah, well, we got information about the spirit, one of the spirits, the one that had been causing the whiteouts or whatever.
Yep.
Well, she's at a hotel.
Okay.
At the Northwestern down.
Okay.
Yeah. And that seems to be where Nick's been staying, and we haven't heard from him recently. And we tried to get in touch with him, couldn't get through to his phone, went on the WhatsApp thing to message him, or one of those things, and it sure just was not him messaging us. It was definitely the spirit.
Oh, good.
Who's claimed him.
Okay.
So we're gonna burn it down. I mean, wreck it. I mean, rescue Nick.
Yes, rescue Nick.
Rescue Nick.
Megan is going to interject every now and then, kind of absent-mindedly as she's trying to drive.
Yeah. What? I feel like is claimed my thingy.
Your thing are claimed. Yes. They may be using claimed erroneously.
I think, yeah.
Yeah. Kate's definitely being like, she's just claimed him as hers.
But claimed,
not claimed, but
not like that other term that we use, I guess. It's not that thing, but he's mine. And I'm like,
okay.
No, fuck off, he's ours.
Yeah, I'm just saying that he's hers.
And Megan will interject with, okay, well, what we know about it, names, the White Agora, Angel of Empty Places, basically Spirit of Isolation, electronics, too, which I guess ties in with isolation in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
No, just I'm remembering the TV that I smash.
Yeah, but...
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like this.
Yes. This is what we were told by the Watcher.
Yes.
Unfortunately, what's likely at Spain is not going to do as much good. It's only rumored, but something to do with must not encounter
milk of a mother who gave birth without a person within a mile around radius.
Right.
Okay.
Very
Alright.
specific.
So not too common.
Yeah.
So, quick question for everybody: where are you headed? The Northwestern has 2 different locations.
Were we given the location?
You can go, well, but remember, you know the hotel.
Yeah.
Which side are you going to? You can go and try to take care of the spirit problem, or you can go and try to grab Niklaus.
I want to get Nick out of there physically,
Yeah.
like pull him out and then go fuck up the spirit.
I'm worried that the spirit's too powerful for us.
Okay.
I mean, if we make the building inhospitable, it will have to not stay there, right? Maybe pull a fire alarm? Evacuate? Wait, no, they weren't responsive to anything at all. We'd have to check every room if it's got them.
Okay, so current plan is to get Nick out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then let's do that. We'll get Nick out, and then we'll see what else we can or are
What
able
was
to
his
do.
full name again?
Nicholas Andreas.
Andreas. Okay.
All right. With that, you are going to pull up into the parking lot of the Northwestern Hotel. It's a 3-story hotel, probably about 70 rooms in it. Recently, that's undergone a bit of a renovation to paint it that kind of creamy white color that you see a lot of chain hotels looking. A lot of brown framework and kind of a Northwestern, vaguely longhouse looking front porch that leans over the guest parking for loading and unloading. It has a full parking lot as well as a side lot that requires a key card to park up in an internal parkade on its left flank. Where do you go?
I'm going to kind of turn to the others and say, why don't we try, if we go up to the front desk and ask for him, basically say, I don't know, maybe Claire, you look very professional. You know how to do like that sort of business voice. Like,
Okay.
ask, I would say, can they contact him to let him know we're here? He neglected to tell us his room number. He's from out of town. He's a family member staying here, sort of thing. So hopefully they'll call up. Because I think, don't they have to like dial, isn't it essentially they dial the room number? Sort of thing?
That's usually
So one
what
of us can
happens.
try and watch and see what the number is.
Yeah, because they usually won't.
Because they won't tell you.
They won't tell you, but they'll.
They're more likely to go ahead and dial up if it's a man that you're looking for anyways.
They
say they'll be
sometimes won't even confirm that the person's there though, just in case, because if some crazy person comes along and is like, oh yeah, they're definitely here, you called up to their room, even if I don't know what their room is, I might just go ape shit all over this place, which is honestly what we're planning on doing.
It is, as a former front desk person, that is definitely a way that you can confirm affairs, first of all. Unless the guest says that they're expecting calls, or if they say they're not expecting calls in their folio, it is usually up to the discretion of the front desk person. Sometimes, I mean, there are corporate policies, but people bend corporate policies all the time. So it's going to be based on you.
Yeah, I figured 4 young-ish, middle-aged, like women. Probably doesn't seem like he's cheating on one of us. Like, that doesn't seem how that situation goes down too often.
All of us.
All right. So where are you parking?
Sorry?
You parking in the loading zone or over in the guest parking?
Probably just over in guest parking.
Okay. There's a spot nearby for basically like short-term guest parking.
Yeah.
For any loading or unloading. You'll see a sign that says that a place called Gotcha Towing monitors this lot, and guests without a parking pass will be towed in big letters.
So is someone staying with the car so we don't get towed?
I think that only happens if the hotel staff actually call.
The sign says constantly patrolled, but you don't necessarily believe
There's
it.
no one around. Just like Kate's like,
Hey, that sign's everywhere. Like legit everywhere.
Yeah. I'm the only one that ever follows those things.
Yeah.
Like 5 minutes to go in and talk to the hotel staff is not going to kill us.
Okay. The parking lot is very sparse. There aren't very many people here. You think that, all in all, 70 rooms. There's a dozen and a half cars.
Do we see a car that looks like Niklaus's?
Yeah, we would be able to identify that.
I
We
think
would
so.
know it.
Yeah.
Not out here. Maybe it's parked inside of the internal parkade?
Oh,
Right.
true.
We could go check.
We could go check.
What would you check?
To see if his car is there. Evidence if it's been used recently. Like if he's like.
How
got
are you
stuff
getting into
growing
a
in it.
locked parkade?
It's a building. It has a
building.
door.
It's a door.
That you may not be able to get into unless you have a key card for the hotel.
It's her ability. It's a door.
Like you're just
This
gonna
is true.
start right off the bat with?
We don't need to go check to see if his car's here.
We don't have to. I'm just saying, like, if you wanted one of us to go and do it, like someone to go do that, like someone goes to the front desk.
Honestly, if the front desk thing doesn't work, we can just patrol the halls and smell for him.
Yeah.
It's true.
And then if his
I mean, the
room
front
is
desk
locked,
is
we
mainly
can just
to see
unlock
if-
it.
Yeah.
This will make it faster. That's all. Right? Right?
What will make it faster?
Talking to the front desk. As
Yeah,
opposed to
should
just
be.
patrolling through and
Yeah,
doing
exactly.
floor by floor and room by room.
Or if you just want to open the doors, we can go in the back door over here.
That's also true. We could just do
I'm
that.
assuming it has one of those end of the hallway sort of doors that lets out to the parking lot.
Most places do. Unless this place
They're
is not
usually-
building code.
Key
They're
carded.
usually only openable from the outside by keycard.
Yeah.
Or by
Or
Kate.
by Kate.
Yeah.
Kate
Yeah,
card.
that's what I meant. Like,
Kate card.
Since she
Kate-
brought it
Kate
up, it's like,
card.
okay, sure, Kate, be the door opener. We'll just walk in like we belong.
Yeah.
Okay,
we
sure.
can
Let's
that.
do that. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay,
Ben,
so what
go
is
up.
the plan now?
The
You-
plan now is to go up to the side door that requires a key card,
Okay.
and Kate's just gonna be like, building
Okay, spend an essence.
doors. I have done so,
And then
I
I, guess
have
go
all the
floor
doors.
to floor.
and then
Yeah.
does
So we
someone?
smell Nick.
Yeah.
Okay. So what you can do is go ahead and make me a wits and composure roll, all of you. You're in Hishu, so you won't be adding your wolf senses perception bonus, but you can, if you get successes. Do it at a -1. Yeah, your senses are strong enough that if you decide to turn on wolf senses, you can. Oh, actually, you can add your primal urge to this roll before you subtract the 1.
Oh, okay.
Because this involves a wolf-blooded.
It does, yeah.
Yeah. Somebody went and reread the book the other day.
Just one success for me here.
One success. You will start to
Yeah.
catch.
Oh, look
Zero.
at Brighton go.
All right. So you wander around the hall, flaring your nostrils, getting a good sense of things. Kate, you are keeping a mental picture of where all the doors are. Brighton, you are going to catch a whiff, an immediate whiff from. It's about 1 a.m. So you will catch a very. Oh, where would this be? One moment. Hold on. I gotta figure this out. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I had to make sure the logic remained consistent because I had a cool way for you to find it. Then I realized that wouldn't work because of the way this thing works. You are going to immediately catch a scent on the breeze, and it's the barest bit of scent. It's not on this floor. The rest of you are thinking that you're starting to get little hints of that wolf-blooded musk. No, it's not there. It's up on the second floor, you think. Maybe the third floor? But the second floor, the way this hotel is shaped, as you walk by, it is one corridor with about 20 to 25 rooms on each floor. Basically a dozen, and then a large expansive lobby that opens to the front door directly in front of you, a breakfast room to your right with a bunch of seating, and then a long front desk counter on your left that takes up the majority of that wall. However, the second floor is open air. Its hallway runs directly along the lower hallway's measurements, but is almost like a loft, like you look out from the railing of that hallway into the lobby. The third floor is fully contained. You can smell it, a little bit of that scent drifting down from the second floor, Brighton, as you cross over across the open lobby.
Second floor, I think.
Yeah?
All right,
Yeah.
let's go.
Up.
Okay.
Let's go.
Can you all do... So are you taking the stairs or the elevator?
Stairs.
Stairs.
Cool.
Faster.
Can I get all of you to do me a favor? Can I get
Yeah.
everyone to roll Wits, Composure, and Primal Urge, please? No penalties.
Okay. Wits, composure, and primal urge.
Yep, this is not a wolf sense roll or anything like that.
At some point, Kate's gonna go,
Oh my goodness.
if this thing's a thing of electronics and technology, is it watching us?
3
Jesus.
successes.
Probably.
3 successes. Okay.
0.
0. Okay. Perfect.
I'm
Perfect.
sure it knew the moment
2
we
for
came in
2.
here.
I got 6.
Nice.
I was rolling 8
Hey,
dice.
roller
Hey,
So-
me too.
You both got 6 successes?
Yeah.
It's rolladie.net for
Oh, I'm actually
D10s.
using the same one, so okay.
All right.
All right.
You step into the stairwell and begin to bound up the stairs. Kate, you're the last one in to cover the exit. And as you gently shut the door to the stairwell, the rest of you are going to make it up the stairs, feeling the bristly carpet move under your shoes, giving you a bit of traction as you basically propel yourselves up quickly, trying to move stealthily and just in preparation for what is probably happening. Kate, you turn away from the door toward where your pack is. Your footsteps echo on the tiled floor. You're in a long white corridor.
Oh no.
That's not right, she's gonna say. What?
You don't smell or feel your pack anywhere nearby.
Huh. Time to... Do I see any doors? Or
I need my doors.
just...
No,
or
everything...
windows or anything? It's just a corridor?
It's just a white corridor that stretches out until it becomes dim at a point. It's
What's behind me?
the same corridor. There was a door there just a second ago.
Can I? I'm just wondering if my shaken condition can tie in here at all.
Sure, let's take a look. Shaken. Possible resolution. You give into your fear and fail a roll as described above.
Okay, so I'm not rolling anything yet, but I could fail a roll
Sure, yeah.
related here because this is isolation and she's not a fan of that, of being alone.
It's true. Well, why don't you go ahead and make me a... do you believe this would be a Caruth trigger?
I don't think so.
Okay,
Not for her.
that's fair.
No.
Okay, so... Where do you do? Which way do you head? Forward or backward?
Can I shift up to, like, take a moment to just... Let's see, which one would be the best for smashing things?
Yes.
Because she's gonna try and smash through a wall.
Okay.
Would Garu make more sense?
Garu is great at destroying walls. Dalu's pretty good too, but Garu's
Yeah. I think she's going to try first with Dalu, and if that doesn't work, she's going to shift to Garu, which is going to be great, given that if she doesn't continue like smashing and actively trying to wreck things, that could be a death rage trigger.
Okay. So the rest of you make it up, rounding the landing to the second floor, when suddenly you're going to hear sploosh, panting and smashing down at the main floor of the hotel behind you.
Oh, shit. Can we look down off the railing?
You absolutely can. Looking down from the second floor, you can see Kate hammering her fists into the drywall.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
She looks panicked.
What the hell?
Gonna howl.
Oh, God. Okay.
She shifted up into Dalu form and is slamming her fists into the wall. What do you do?
Kate! Kate!
Yeah.
I'm gonna like whisper scream at her, and then I'm going to call louder if she doesn't seem to be listening to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kate doesn't respond. She continuously smashes her hands into the wall. Kate, you're gonna hear a voice over your shoulder. Actually, you're going to hear a voice in your pocket. Do you use an Apple or a Google device?
An iPhone.
An iPhone? You're going to hear Alexa turn on.
But
isn't this better? Don't you want to be by yourself?
Fuck no. Snarl.
It's so much simpler. No demands, no wants.
Just smash your phone.
Okay. As you are going down to grab her, you're gonna see Kate pull out her phone and snap it between her hands.
And then crumple it. Like, full on, just like...
In Dalu, you can definitely fold your phone in half.
Yeah, it's not that strong of
It was a flip phone.
It's not a design flaw, it's a feature.
All right, so what did the other three of you do as she is freaking out, snapping her phone in half, destroying thousands of dollars worth of pocket technology?
Yeah, no kidding.
Crap.
Are there any bystanders nearby?
They're not. You were in a hotel hallway at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Good. I'm going to shift up to Dalu and I'm going to punch her.
Cool. Go ahead and what is your strength and brawl?
I need my Dalu.
By the way, there is an optional rule in the Chronicles of Darkness core book that basically says you can set a maximum amount of damage equal to your any level of a skill you have in combat. So basically, if you want to pull a punch, you can do it up to the number of points you have.
That's cool.
Oh, okay.
My strength and brawl, if I'm punching, is 6.
Are you pulling any punches?
It's bashing. She'll heal.
Okay. How are you doing this? Because she is prone, you are just going to inflict the damage.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you do it?
Oh, I just pull back and punch her.
Where?
In the face?
In the face,
chest?
yeah.
All right.
In the face.
So you snap your phone and start growling, and then suddenly your nose explodes with pain as you feel it shatter. The cartilage smashing against the side of your cheek, blood pouring down, your teeth rearranging as this masterful haymaker connects and hurls you to the ground.
Ugh.
Can you make me a resolve of composure plus primal urge roll again? You're going to take 6 points of bashing damage.
Alright. What is it? Okay.
Resolve, composure, and primal urge.
Okay.
You can choose to fail.
This is related to my fear. I can to resolve the shaken condition.
You can, yes.
I'm gonna fail it, yeah.
Okay, boom. It is failed. You are going to feel this, something strikes you out of nowhere. It's like the wall reached out. Like the wall was made of latex. A hand surges out and smashes you in the face. You are going to hit the ground, and that is going to be now 5 points of bashing damage as you feel your teeth begin to realign inside of your gums.
Mm-hmm.
You feel your nose begin to slowly peel itself off the mess that was your cheek. What do you do?
Gonna fight back. What the fuck?
Okay. So what
Who
you
just fucking hit me?
what you can do is you can make me a. This is where disadvantage in the system would be great.
Yeah, right.
But you can make me a.
And she's gonna snarl something along the lines of, like, what have you done with them?
So she's going to snarl that. Brighton, what's your defense?
Defense. 5.
5. All right. So for the purposes of this, I'm going to inflict the blinded tilt on you.
Because I can't see. I do not know where this is coming from.
So you are going to be at a -10.
Oh, cool.
Oh.
Basically to imply, because you're blinded in both eyes, because you can't see where they're coming from.
Yeah.
You kind of have an idea, so you're at a -5 because you can kind of aim at where Brighton would be. But then again, Brighton is able to step out of the way.
Yes, so a -10. That puts me at a chance die.
Please.
Okay. I rolled a 4.
You rolled a 4? Cool. You do not botch unless you choose to botch.
Beats?
Do you want to dramatically fail?
Yeah.
Okay.
Beats for the poor.
All right.
Please, sir.
So take a beat. All right.
And I also resolve shaken.
You will also resolve shaken.
Which gives me okay.
All right. So you surge forward, hurling yourself at Brighton. The rest of you will take a look at this as she snarls, "What have you done with them?" And she hurls herself bodily through the door to the main floor, smashing the door against its hinges open. And she basically bursts into the main floor leading to the lobby by punching through a door against the motion of its hinges. That is an amazingly strong move. Good job, Destroyer. When you're done with this, you'll gain a willpower back.
Yeah, good.
You have burst into the lobby. What do you all do?
I'm going to try to run down and pull her back this way.
Okay.
So that we don't go further into the lobby.
Okay, so basically you're at the stairwells and hotels are usually at the flanks. So you've got about 50 feet before the lobby opens up here, but that is definitely a noise that people would have heard.
Yeah.
So you have smashed the door open, or basically smashed through the door. That's a better way of putting it. You've basically just peeled it open in half like a banana. So Claire, why don't you... I mean, she can't really see you. So what is your strength and brawl?
8.
8?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you just trying to grab her?
Yeah, basically just trying to grab her and pull her
behind
away
you,
from
Kate.
it.
You're going to feel strong but small hands grab you. Where?
Arm.
Okay, just one of them or both of them? Are you gonna Nelson her?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
You feel 2 arms reach under your armpits and lock themselves behind your head and pull you backward. But honestly, it feels, as you're looking around, you can't see anyone doing it. It's like a ghost is grabbing you and pulling you. Your heels are dragging on the carpet. What do you do?
Try to break free!
Okay. All right, so make me a contested strength roll.
Okay.
Don't forget, Dalu has slightly more strength, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I have 4.
All right, Megan and Brighton, what are you doing?
Strength only?
As Claire's trying to pull her back, I'm mostly going to both keep an eye out just to see if we're attracting attention and be like, Kate, it's us, we're here. And just try and see if repeating that can get through to her.
Okay.
Oh, I'm probably on a penalty because I don't know where my pack is.
Oh, that's true.
I'm going to subtract 3 from this.
Well, I didn't get any successes, so...
I rolled a 1, so...
Oh!
Was that a chance dice?
It was not, no.
Okay.
But it was still a 1!
All right.
Could have been a chance die. Wasn't.
Oh.
Did not go as planned.
Nope.
Okay. So you're not going to be able. Kate still just is in your grasp. She's not going to be able to wriggle out, but she's definitely trying. She's struggling, and she'll break free if she tries much harder than this. Brighton moves into her face and starts trying to calm her down. And what'd you say, Megan? What were you doing?
I don't think I have anything that will help this situation besides maybe punching her and knocking her out. But Claire can do that just as well, if not better than I can.
That's fair. Also, rendering a werewolf unconscious is definitely difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was hoping the shock of pain would knock her out of it, but it apparently did not.
Okay.
I guess, can I do an occult roll to see if I can think of a way to deal with this sort of spirit possession?
Sure.
Or whatever this... Obviously, the spirit has done something.
Make me a wits and occult roll.
Okay.
Brighton, if you are trying to shake her free from this, I want you to do me a favor and make me a presence plus persuasion roll.
Okay.
3.
3? You think that something is messing with her mind right now, obviously. You think it's a hallucination of some kind. Some spirits are able to do this. It's hard to cut through it, depending on the power of the spirit. You don't think it's a possession, but it is definitely isolating her somehow. If there was some way that she can't see you or hear you really right now, but maybe there's a way that by smell or touch or taste.
2 successes for me.
2 successes for you.
Do I have chocolate in my purse? Or mint? Something strong tasting.
I mean, do you?
Probably have mints.
I honestly think so. I generally carry stuff like that. I have mints in my purse.
All right. So, sure. Whatever you have, whatever you think you'd have.
Okay. I am going to jump down then, and actually, you know what? First, I'll spray my perfume right in front of her face.
Okay.
I'm sure I've got the little sample size of it.
Sure, that sounds good. And Brighton, what are you doing to calm her down? So basically, since Megan really hasn't done anything and you've already clocked her, Megan's going to run down and spray some perfume.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that you'll probably get a sense of that, so we'll incorporate that into your role. How are you going to try to calm her down besides verbally? Some type of touch, some type of...
I am kind of trying to kind of hold her head and
so just kind of like that type of like
physical touch, like somebody is here, we are here.
Okay. So what I will do is, Amy, can you have Kate give me that wits, composure, and primal urge roll with a +3?
Wits, composure, and primal urge?
At a +3, you are not penalized because you smell your pack.
Aw. Yay.
Thankfully, this is against my initial roll, so...
1 success.
1 success? That's it with the +3?
Yeah, I rolled 3 ones.
What the hell is with you?
I'm rolling fairly well on Wednesday, too.
Yeah,
I wasted my luck for the week.
Yeah, it's making up for it.
And you added your primal urge in as well?
Oh yeah, no, I rolled
Did you spend your willpower?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 dice. I did not spend willpower. I could do that.
You spent willpower. I heard you say you spent willpower.
Okay, do I reroll the whole pool or just add 3 more
Just
dice?
add 3 more.
Just roll 3 more dice.
It's oh god, I wish I'd rolled that. That was great.
I rolled 1 success.
Hey, that's literally all you needed. Fantastic.
So I think that was a total of, should have been a total of
2.
2.
One from your first roll and 1 from your second.
Yeah.
All right.
And I rolled another 1 after the 10 exploded
Stop
into
rolling
a 1.
ones.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
All right. You are going to... you're being grappled, and then suddenly you will feel familiar hands lace into your hair and hold your face, and a familiar scent in front of your nose. You can't see them, but you can feel the presence of people there. And now that you're this close and that you can smell Claire's sweat behind you, what do you do?
How do I break free of this?
Oh, there you go.
You shake your head for a moment and you feel the hallway stretch and dissolve back into the stairwell. There's a sickening noise as your cartilage resets completely, healing your bashing damage.
She's gonna sneeze a whole bunch of blood out of her nose. It's just.
Yep.
That's going to be right on Brighton's shirt.
Oh yeah, it is.
You can't
Yep.
dodge dog sneezes. It's true.
Yeah.
They just
Yeah.
come and you're like,
You're experienced with that.
oh god. Oh god. Why did I try to pet its stomach?
It's the funniest thing I've ever seen on a regular basis.
Because I flip him over to pet his belly and he gets
And do like the
he doesn't
baby
like
Charlie
it.
sort of thing.
He doesn't like
And
it,
then
so
you
he
just go-
sneezes because he's stressed, and that's his weaponized strategy.
Oh my god.
You're just like, I don't like this.
Dogs-
Dogs sneeze when they're feeling uncomfortable. It's a way of being submissive and expressing discomfort.
Oh.
But I like
He manages to do it
I like
straight into
cuddling
Kelly's
him.
mouth on a regular basis.
Gross. What?
No, he does it in my face. My mouth
Gross.
is usually shut.
Well, that's
Not
good.
always.
But that's
Did
still
you
gross.
learned eventually?
Yeah, I learned it the first time. All right. With that, you will calm her down, and
To just seething rage instead of.
gain a willpower point back from Destroyer. You'll see that you've
Woo.
bashed the wall and destroyed a door.
Ah, yes.
Okay,
Are we-
you back with us?
Are we good?
Hate the spirit.
What did you see?
Oh.
You clearly weren't seeing us.
No, it was she's gonna shift back down to what is it, Hishu?
As you do that,
Brighton
I'll
will
let you
do the
go.
same. Yeah, Brighton will do the same.
What a fucking bitch!
So what did you see?
A whole lot of nothing. A big ol' empty corridor of nothing.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Chill. But we also need to know if we get caught in it.
Yeah, I did like
So it looked
Did
like
you
you couldn't
hear
see
us?
or hear
No.
us.
you were gone. There was nothing. So I figured,
Okay.
hey, there's a corridor that way, a corridor that way. Why don't I smash through the walls? It's not what she's gonna expect.
You also crushed your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was talking through it.
Oh.
Okay. Well,
I'm sorry I punched you. I thought it would bring you out of it quicker.
sense seemed to help.
Yeah.
I'm not sorry.
Maybe
I grabbed
if you- No, that was probably for the best, but damn, ow.
So it seems like it's not like a possession, but it's causing a hallucination.
Something, maybe if you know what it is, it won't be able to grab you the same way, or it'll do something different now that I've.
Yeah. Oh well, I guess be on
Alright.
your guard then.
Yeah.
Careful
So she's
though
a
if you
one-trick
do get
pony.
caught in it, because you almost ran out into the lobby.
Yeah.
So if we get caught in it, just keep in mind that we're not being transported anywhere. It's just a hallucination. And while you may be scared, the rest of us will hopefully not be in our own hallucinations and be able to break you out.
Let's walk in pairs, side by side, so that one person doesn't get left at the back and maybe get frozen,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and we don't notice.
Sorry,
It
about your
wasn't-
shirt,
it-
Brighton.
Oh, that's fine. I didn't think it would work at the time, but I know that when I tried to get my roommate free of the white out thing, I just shoved her in a shower and ran cold water over her. So that
Yeah, I tried that
Is it
with
cool?
with that tech guy. Was Daniel, right? Was the brother?
Yeah.
Yeah, that Daniel and I went to check on, and it only seemed to work once I actually smashed her television, or the television she was talking
Well-
on. It was talking on.
I
I
mean,
mean,
that might not work
no.
here.
Yeah,
If this is headquarters.
Mhm.
yeah. it's-
but the television thing, I think my roommate had her phone with her when I threw her in the shower, so that might have been why that worked.
Oh, maybe.
As you're
Tried
having
it
this
out.
conversation in the stairwell, you're going to hear a sobbing scream
Mm-mm.
echo down the stairwell. Ah! Ah!
Does it sound like Nick?
Good.
No, not necessarily.
Okay.
Let's go.
We stay
try
in
and find
pairs.
Check
Nobody's
that
on their
out.
own.
Okay,
Hey,
I'm gonna
Claire.
grab.
Wanna hold hands?
Yeah. Okay, I'll grab your hand, Kate.
Kate's just like, grab.
All right.
Let's go.
As you round the landing to the second floor, you'll see a shape huddled at the top of the stairs there, on the other side of the banister. It's a man, overweight, in his 50s, curled up. And as you approach, you see that his face is puffy and streaked with tears. His arms are flayed of skin in long rivets, like he's clawed the flesh down to the muscle in long strips. And as you approach, he looks up at you with his broken teeth and jaundiced eyes. Don't hurt me anymore. Don't hurt me anymore. I don't wanna. You. You need to feel like I do. And can I get an initiative roll?
Yep.
I was gonna say, do his eyes look like they're actually focused on us, or is it?
They focus briefly for a moment. Yes. And then he is going to spring to his feet and jump down the stairs at you. And initiative, anybody have above 20?
All right, hold on,
Okay.
quick momento.
1 sec.
Sorry, 1 second.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay, still
Okay,
not
so
20.
Kate.
62.
What?
I rolled
What the fuck?
5 10s in a row.
Yeah, okay.
Jesus Christ.
Never seen you coming.
And then a 5, and I add 7.
Okay, you know what, Megan?
I rolled 5.
Rolls
Megan
the
gets 6 actions before any of us do.
yeah, it's basically like having cyberware, and you've got wired reflexes. What'd you get, Claire?
12.
12. That's still admirable.
That's what I saw. I
Brighton?
was like, that's cool.
I got
rolled
21.
9. Jeepers, creepers.
I only got
guys.
110. Thank you.
Kate's a little slow right now with her 5.
Well, I'm attached to you, so there we go. That's fine.
Okay, so Megan, the guy reaches down and lunges at you, and that's where you see that he has an ice pick in his hand.
Oh.
He lunges down at you.
thanks.
You get to act first, though. What do? Just grab him and throw him?
Yeah, sure.
Make me a strength and brawl roll at a
I'm gonna
plus-
shift up into Dalu.
Strength and brawl +2 because he does not see you coming with a 62.
Wow.
Shit, right? Like,
Wow.
So, yeah, he's all out attacking, so at a -2. Or, sorry, a +2 to you.
Okay, and I am able to shift up into Dalu?
What's your harmony?
7.
Okay, you have to spend a point of essence to do it reflexively. If I'm not mistaken.
Otherwise, it takes the round, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Still fast, but not fast enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's not your moon. Where meanwhile, Brighton's a xylophone. Or not a xylophone, an accordion.
Xylophone's more entertaining, though.
This is true.
What the fuck is with these dice and 10s?
Yeah, what is with these dates and 10s?
These are those blue smoky ones you got me? They are rolling 8
8 successes. Okay.
Like I kept rolling one more die, and it kept hitting a 10, and I had to roll another, and it was another 10.
Okay, and then he's got that influence on him. Cool. So he's going to lunge at you, leaping down the stairs, trying to come down on you with this ice pick. He basically clears the point where the landings bisect each other, meaning that he's perfectly lined up with a gap. It takes a quick motion just to grab him and throw him. And he is going to slip down in between the stairwells, landing on the 4th stair from the bottom with his neck.
Ooh.
There is a sickening crack, and the body slumps over, the head folding backwards.
Flip person.
Can you make me a resolve and composure roll at a +2?
Ooh.
3.
3. You do not lose harmony. It was an accident. You didn't mean to kill him, and he attacked you. But still.
I'm just gonna try and knock him against the wall.
I said, is he going over the railing? And you said yes, so...
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, that's what happened. Her intention.
Her intention.
But then he was throwing so much momentum into it, and it kind of...
Yeah, that's, yeah.
It's just how it happened.
It's just how it happened. He just bounced. Yeah. And then, as you look down, his eyes roll back as life leaves his form, and all of you can hear in the stillness of the hallway the final groaning utterance of his life. The pain. And with that, you hear more sounds coming from the hallway above. And we'll be right back.
Wait,
after
what did
a
he
word.
say?
The pain. Yep. We'll be right back, everybody. And we're back. All right, so as you are standing in the hallway, as you're standing in the stairwell, you watch the man slump to the ground beneath you, dead. Above you, you can hear the sound of approaching footsteps coming from the second floor hallway. What do you do?
Slip up to the edge of the doorway and stealth.
Okay.
Can we see the door up from where we are?
Yes, you can. Basically, you are on the second half of the stairwell up to the second floor. You've passed the landing, and you have a clean line of sight to this door. This man didn't appear to enter from it, maybe from the third floor. So as you round the corner, can you do me a favor, Megan? What's your defense? Oh wait, never mind. That's a dumb question.
7.
That doesn't matter if you can't see something coming. Perfect. As you stealth up to the door, it's a wooden door with a chicken wire mesh window that allows you to look into the hallway. Right next to it is a fire alarm, and one of those bright red painted numbers. And as you approach and lean forward, you are going to feel a hand wrap around your mouth, and someone steps out of the shadows, basically slunk down from the shadows of the stairwell to the third floor, and wrap their hand around Megan's mouth. It's a woman in her mid-20s, maybe a tiny bit older, wearing a pair of juicy sweatpants. She's Asian, with her hair pulled back into a ponytail, and thick glasses on her small nose. She whispers into your ear, silent as death almost. And with that, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to make me a resolve, composure, and primal urge roll. And Brighton, you are right next to her, basically between her and the door, or between her and this woman. So make me that roll as well.
Okay.
Oh God, really? That's my roll? Okay.
You said resolve and composure?
Resolve, composure, and primal urge. Oh, that's it could be worse. Okay. 5 successes?
Yep.
Okay.
5 successes.
All right.
I am resolved as fuck.
Okay.
You are.
Screw this white lady.
7 for me.
Gee, what the hell?
Oh,
I rolled 11 dice.
Oh, God.
At least the ratio makes sense.
Okay. So this girl
I
is
rolled
going to
8. So.
this girl is going to reach up and go into your ear. You feel like there's an emotional impulse that tries to set down, but then you just don't give a shit. Neither of you give a shit. There's this, what basically looks like some random 5'6" Chinese grad student grabbed you from behind in a hallway and is whispering for you to shush in your ear.
Question.
Yes.
How is she? I'm in Dalu.
Yep.
How is she not freaking the fuck out?
Yep.
Question.
All right.
That's
So
a good question.
what I'm going to do is, since you
Very good
technically
question.
acted already, Megan, I'm going to consider that your action is just being like, what? You're just freezing up. Brighton, I'm going to go to you since you haven't acted since the guy got thrown to death.
Okay.
So Brighton, you see this right in front of you. This girl in front of you is not phased by your packmate being in near man form.
Yep. I'm going to. You said there was a fire alarm next to me.
There is one of the bells, and there of course is an emergency fire alarm pole.
I'm gonna pull it, see if it sets off the sprinklers.
Oh, son of a bitch. Okay, 1 second. Okay, so that's a resolve and a composure roll for me. So the fire alarm is going to go off. I did not think to disable that, or she didn't anyway. Cool. Okay.
She can probably cancel it pretty damn fast.
Possibly.
All right, so you step forward and pull down, and we'll hear the ding 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 of the fire alarm going off. Little lights and sirens above the little fire alarm box start going off, flashing the hallway, strobing it brightly. At this point, the woman is going to shriek and grab her head, and you are going to see that plasma. Basically, a pinkish plasma is going to start pouring out of her eyes and nose as she screams. And you will see something inside of her skull start to melt out through her nose.
Oh, good.
She is going to freak out, and you are at the bell. It is you. What's your defense?
5.
5? Okay. This is not gonna go. Oh, actually, it's gonna go fine. She is going to. She screams, or at least she looks like she screams. Hey, thank you very much, Blue Mook. And good to see you, by the way. She grabs her head and tries to cup her ears and screams silently. And as she does, you are going to feel your heart seize up for a moment in this vacuum of sound that fills the center of your chest. You're going to take 1 point of 1 point of lethal damage.
Cool.
As you feel your ribs basically like pulse inward. And that's Claire, you're up.
I want to punch her in the face.
Okay, you may do so.
Thanks. Strength and brawl?
Strength and brawl, please. Strength and brawl, my defense is... Oh god, my defense is 0 right now because of this noise. So enjoy.
That's unfortunate. If she doesn't care about the Dalu, I'm gonna... yeah, I'm gonna shift up.
Sure, go ahead. Shifty. And I'm gonna
And instead of punch, I'm gonna bite, I think.
Okay, you're just gonna... So in Dalu, I believe you have to grapple to bite.
Oh, really?
I think so. Let me double check.
Oh,
And
no, sorry. I guess
You just drank out of an invisible bottle.
Oh, that's okay.
Yes.
Okay, never mind. I'll just punch her in the face. I'm gonna try to punch her in the face.
All right.
Oh, actually,
That was great.
Maybe you don't have to. 1 sec. I'm just gonna
You're drinking the city behind you.
drink the
Yes.
city down. Dalu.
Nom, the city.
I'm the whole city.
We had liquidy liquids earlier, and now I have city.
So unarmed attacks with a werewolf's claws deal lethal damage to humans in Dalu, while in grapple, successful bite attacks deal lethal damage. So you would have to grapple, or you could claw.
Okay. Oh, I think that's what I meant. Wait,
Okay, yeah, you
hang
can
on a
totally
second.
claw in Dalu for lethal. It's a +0 lethal.
Okay. Hold on a second. Oops. 4.
4? Yeah. Nice. All right. Do you have anything that adds to that afterwards, like your living weapon?
So that's if I bite.
Okay, that's if you bite. Okay, so that is going to deal 4 levels of lethal damage to her. So surging forward, you are going to... where are you aiming? She's kind of like clutching over, kind of half kneeling behind...
Yeah, probably her head.
Okay.
That seems to be her weak point at this point.
Okay, face or back of the skull?
Probably back of the skull.
Okay, so you are going to rake her from her shoulders all the way up into her head, burying your claws into the side of her ear canal and ripping a piece of the skull away. Blood and gore is going to start pouring out of the side of her head. At which point, one moment, I have to do a quick roll for my resistance. I'm gonna bail. All right. Kate, what do you do?
What the fuck?
Okay.
Oh, you're kind of coming with me. I'm still holding your hand.
Yeah, she's being dragged forward a little bit.
Saying.
And Kate's just going, what the fuck?
Okay.
This thing's fleeing now, right? You said?
The girl is going to let out a whimper and collapse onto the ground, bleeding profusely. It's the first noise you've heard her make.
What the fuck?
And as you say, what the fuck, the glass mesh window leading to the second floor is going to shatter as it is struck with a fire axe. A scrawny man dressed in a black hoodie, black jeans with long, greasy black hair, and an angular nose dipping over his lip is going to lean forward. Here's Johnny. And, Kate, it's still your turn.
Yeah. No. Garu, fuck him.
Okay. So you're going to shift up to Garu.
So that'll be probably...
automatically... You do not have to spend essence to shift to Garu if you have not this scene. So what I need to know from you, though, is that in Garu, you immediately have access to... What is that called again?
Full lunacy?
No, not full
Regeneration?
lunacy. It's,
Rage, primal fear.
Basically, it's the overpower one.
It's not the badass motherfucker, because that's Dalu.
Badass motherfucker does something else. I'm thinking...
Yeah.
Oh, I have...
Weaken the prey, that's Urshel.
Oh, you know what? It's just something innate. So,
Yeah.
you will just win this. You tell me how you win this.
This person's coming at me with a fucking axe! I'm gonna fucking claw him apart! Like, teeth and claws shred, he's in half!
If he's going through the window, did you want to, like, bump him backwards?
No.
So you're just gonna you're gonna smash through the door?
Yeah.
The door of the hallway explodes as Kate emerges in Garu form, and are you just like bisecting him at the midsection with your claws?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, a simple slash is going to catch him at the navel, ripping him in half. His spine pulls out of his back like a particularly well-cooked salmon. His guts slap the floor like confetti and ribbons.
He's a fillet.
And as he hits the ground, you will see that an inky blackness that was filling his eyes is going to drain away. And there's a brief moment of recollection, pardon me, of realization as he looks down at his body before he dies. Cool. That's going to be 2 more rolls. One moment.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, you are in Garu form. You are in a hallway. This hallway is not empty, however. As you are in the hallway, you see that there are 5 more individuals standing in the hallway directly in front of you. 2 of them have glassy black eyes and are holding other implements, one of which is a hotel worker, a chunkily set man directly in front of you who's holding a very, very large chef's knife. Behind him is a glassy-eyed police officer dressed in the beat cop blues. However, it's untucked at the waist, partially disheveled. stained with blood and all sorts of awful. A trembling gun is in his hand. And behind them are a few more individuals laying on the ground, writhing. As you burst through the door, you will see one of them, a scrawny woman in her late 50s, is going to turn to you, and her neck is going to turn around. Her arms are going to twist out of their sockets backward, and she is going to rise up toward you, her navel facing the ceiling, and start approaching you on all fours.
Thank you.
All right, so it is the cop is going to get his turn, seeing you there. Kate, you have full defense versus firearms. What is your defense?
Wait, does it change with I think my defense is honestly just 3.
3? Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't change across the board.
Lowest of dexterity or wits plus athletics, so
all right, so
3.
He is going to raise his gun and fire. The sound is going to rip through the hallway, and one of the people writhing on the ground is going to raise their arms to their ears and shriek silently, and the gunshot is going to go bah! And then the sound is going to vanish as the bullet wings by you and smashes out of a window at the end of the hotel hallway. Then it is the hotel guy with the knife. Is going to charge you as well. His eyes are completely blank and just expressionless. He, on the other hand, is actually going to manage to connect and is going to deal 2 levels of lethal damage as he buries the knife in your chest. It goes in about an inch, and you can already feel the muscle tissue swelling and pushing the blade out as your body rejects pain and harm. And then there is Creepy. Creepy is going to go up here. Megan, you are up again.
Can I creep?
She's just gonna kind of blink at it for a minute and go, okay, I was gonna object to killing the innocent humans, but I think they're already dead. Garu.
Okay. Bursting into Garu, you can just elect to eviscerate one of them. Which one is it?
Breaking claws.
Okay,
Whichever.
There's one.
Creepy lady.
Okay, your creepy
the
lady.
One I'm sure is already dead.
Creepy lady. Creepy lady will actually give you more of a fight.
That's okay.
Okay, so creepy lady is not an auto kill. So what I want you to do is make me a strength plus brawl -6 roll.
Jesus Christ.
Yep.
Creepy lady's got defense.
Creepy lady has defense.
Oh, Jickles. Alright, well, at least I know everybody's coming after me, probably, so
okay,
I will help by lowering defense.
That's true. So,
okay, I'm gonna spend willpower.
You might as well.
Well, I'd be on chance die otherwise. So,
yeah,
gotta.
She is augmented strangely by this.
Well, that's great. That was 3 10s.
Oh, that's pretty great.
So, 1 second. Let me keep rolling here. Oh.
Oh wow, they actually have rules for rational arguments in this book.
8.
8's, you gotta be real on 3 dice.
I kept rolling a
Nice.
freaking 10.
Nice.
And then that turns
I
into...
rolled 3 10s, then 2 9s and a 10, and then 2 more 10s.
And that turns into 10 points of damage with your claws, if I'm not mistaken.
2 lethal on claws as Garu.
Okay, that is going to solidly... I mean, she has 8 health levels, and you did 10 damage, so her armor doesn't even apply. As you rush forward, you'll see that underneath her scrawny, elderly smoker exterior, underneath there are these lumps of hardened tumors. And as you run forward, you're going to... where are you aiming? She's coming at you. Her arms and legs are bent backward. She's charging you like a spider that's been inverted.
Right down the middle of the chest.
Right down the middle of the chest? All right,
Like...
you're going to grab her by the rib cage and peel her open like an orange. The gore is going to splash and hit the walls. And Brighton, you are up.
Okay. just to quickly clarify, I have Primal Urge 2. That means I can spend 2 essence in a round?
I believe so, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I am going to...
How did you know her weakness was murder? I'm sorry, Stu.
Yes. Wait, I don't need to spend an essence to shift reflexively.
I was wondering what you were doing. Yeah, no, you don't have to.
Excellent. I almost forgot about that. We were literally just talking about it. I almost forgot. I'm going to run up the stairs. I am shifting to Urshel.
Okay.
And I am using War Howl.
Okay. What does that do?
I howl, and if it's successful, I have to roll. And if it's successful, every member of my pack within earshot gains a +1 lethal rating on brawl and weaponry attacks for the duration, which it is 1 turn per success.
That sounds great.
And I want to do this when I hit the hallway because I want to see if any sound affects them or just really, really loud sounds.
Okay.
So I just kind of want to see how my howl affects them.
Sounds good. This will be based off of how many successes you get. So
yeah, let me.
I think that's the quote of the day. How did you know her weakness was murder?
Yeah, there's a couple really good ones. I don't know.
It wasn't us, but I think Stu gets it.
I do also appreciate the Claire just wielded Kate as a weapon, and the 62 Sweet Christmas. No, that's Christine.
Sweet Christine.
Yeah.
Good too.
Well, it's Christine.
I'm gonna spend a willpower.
I love
on this
overkill.
if I can. Yeah.
I haven't seen a roll like that since Dwayne Travis.
Oh, jeez.
What did you botch?
I started with 3 10s.
Oh, that's good.
Nice. That's what I did last time too.
Yeah.
How many ones can Amy roll in one night is what I've been playing.
What's the
6
answer?
successes.
6 successes.
I stopped
Okay.
counting.
There's going to be a brief moment as your war howl seems a bit muted, and then it's going to explode through the enforced silence in the hallway. And what happens on an exceptional success with that?
I gained the inspired condition.
You gain the inspired condition. All right. Which do I have a copy of that? Inspired. Okay. You may spend inspiration to spur yourself to greater success, resolving the condition as described above. All right, you are deeply inspired. When you make an action pertaining to that inspiration, you can resolve this condition to gain an exceptional success on 3 successes instead of 5 and gain a willpower point. So the next time you make a roll, that's great.
Yeah.
All right. So you're
going to be this fight.
You were going to do that. A howl permeates the hallway, and at that point, one of the creatures one of the men that is laying on the ground, rocking back and forth. Not the one that was screaming silently, but one of them that is right next to you, Megan, is going to turn and look at you, and that's where you're going to realize that a bunch of men's safety razor blades are embedded all over his face and arms. And he is going to just reach forward and try to make contact with your foot. What's your defense?
7.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
I got athletics.
I'm gonna spend a
my dex and
willpower.
wits is equal.
I'm gonna spend a willpower.
You spend that willpower.
I did spend that willpower. Okay. I mean, I've got like 14 willpower, so it's fine. Well, no, I've got like 7. You're pretty weak. So that is going to be cool. One moment while I look up the exact rules for this power. That is going to be okay. One moment. I'm just checking the. Okay, so I need you to do me a favor. Can you make me a resolve plus primal urge roll?
Ooh.
You may spend willpower on this, Megan.
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Probably for the best.
Six.
6 successes? Cool.
Yep.
All right, so you are going to be inflicted with the stunned tilt for 1 round. And that is all, which is super good because this lasts in days if you fail. So the stun tilt basically means you lose your next action.
Oop.
Um,
Can I roar mindlessly instead?
Oh, actually...
In my stun, just like, what the fuck?
Actually, no. You may continue to act next round because of your pack blessing. And because of Garu, you'll just do it at a -3.
Okay.
So here's what's going to happen. It is going to reach out and touch you, and you are going to see the razor blades embedded in the flesh of his arm move through his muscles down into yours and flow inside of your flesh. You feel them swim up inside of your leg like salmon going... salmon's a big thing tonight, I don't know why. But like fish going upriver. You are agonized with crippling pain. However, you're too angry to really completely care. So that's good.
I care enough I'm going to rip his head off.
Oh, yes, you probably are. You probably are. Claire, what do you do?
I'm going to... I'm a bit torn. Either... Yeah, I guess. I'm going to go after him, actually, probably.
Okay.
So he'll be a bit torn.
We'll see. Yeah.
So, yes, he is low enough level. How would you like to do this?
I'm still in Dalu, so I'll probably just, like, come at him with my claws and just, like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So his mouth is wide open, and you can see that his tongue has been split down the middle all the way to the back of his throat. There are razor blades sticking between his teeth, cutting his gums up into the bone. What do you do? Eye sockets?
That's just...
He's like that. Probably just underneath the chin.
Underneath the chin? Okay. So coming down in Dalu form, you are just going to slash his throat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that one.
All right. So you bring your elongated claws across his throat. Now, because you're just in Dalu, I will need an attack roll for this.
Okay.
So that is just going to be strength and brawl. His defense is denied right now because he did an all-out attack to make the contact with Megan.
Okay. Oh.
Are you stealing my kill?
Sorry. Kind of. I'm protecting
I
you.
wanted to step on him and
Helping.
pop his head off.
You can still do that.
Yeah, you can still do that.
Hold on.
I know it's not the same if it's already dead.
4.
4? Okay, cool.
Plus 1 lethal.
Plus
Oh,
1
that's true.
lethal.
Yep.
Wait, I'll save the head for you. I'll just break his stomach here. Oh no, I guess if I'm just slitting his throat, that's fine.
Yeah. So with
Yeah.
with 5 points of lethal damage, you can reach around and just bring your claws together around his throat. You are going to sever both of his arteries, and he is going to begin to just start spraying blood as he screams around against the sound of the howl. Kate.
Mm-hmm.
He is writhing and kicking on the ground, but he's definitely on his way out, Claire. Good job.
Thanks.
Just fuck him.
All right, so there you still have the hotel employee with the knife embedded in your chest, and the cop directly behind him.
The one who is currently with the knife embedded in my chest is not going to have an arm anymore, much less any other limb.
It's true. The knife actually finishes pushing itself out as you completely heal. Okay. So
and just
you just
head's gone. Just gonna
his
chop.
head or his arms? Because you said his arms.
I was gonna go with the arms. I was thinking maybe could I bite and claw? I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah, so arms off and then go for the throat.
Okay, so you
Efficient.
dig your claws into his shoulders to give yourself leverage as you bite his head off, and in doing so, rip him into 4 distinct pieces. He collapses to the ground in a pool of viscera. Behind him, the cop raises his gun one more time. And in a voice that echoes deeply, as if speaking from somewhere outside of the cop's body, you'll hear a deathly cold voice say, "Leave the white one alone. The Agora is the Messiah." And he's going to pull the trigger on his gun, which is actually going to swell with shadow, if that is actually possible. It coalesces with a bolt of shadow. What's your defense?
Does my defense go down after?
At the beginning of your turn it resets.
So then it's 3.
3? Okay, so that's...
I
must spend a willpower.
Wow.
Okay, so unless I kill you, this is not going to be that effective.
You might.
I probably won't. I might. Okay, so he is going to aim, and there's going to be a gunshot. However, as the bullet comes out, a bolt of dark spiritual energy is going to rip across the room and plunge into your stomach, dealing 7 levels of lethal damage.
Holy smokes.
It is going to open you up from the top of your hips to your chest, and all of your intestines are going to begin spilling out onto the floor. And you are going to sag down on one knee out of just the sheer impact of this blow. But already, as soon as your knee hits down, you can feel that tugging inside of yourself as your body pulls yourself back together.
I have 3 health boxes. It's fine.
Yeah, you're not even hurt. You're not even hurt.
Well, kind of hurt.
Okay, I guess I can cross out the hotel guy. Okay.
I guess.
He had to split. I don't know what
Silent guy is on the ground, covering his head. Silent guy is... You know what? The silent... Yeah, it was just a silent guy on the ground. The guy who was shrieking silently is going to... his eyes are going to roll back up in his head, and he is going to collapse and start seizing. You see foam beginning to usher out of his pale lips. That is his turn. Megan! You are enraged and in pain. There is someone fired a gun directly behind you, and there is the one who just pumped you full of razor blades directly beneath you.
He just got deaded.
He just got deaded? Okay. So...
I think, because didn't he get, I got blood sprayed all up me from his throat being cut.
Oh, yes, that's right. That's right. So there is the cop behind you.
Okay.
There's the cop.
Is there anything still going in front of me?
There is a man on the ground who looks like he's going into a seizure.
Meh. I will go for the gunshot behind me then.
Okay. Turning around, you can see that there is a cop with basically in a disheveled uniform with his gun drawn. Pardon me. Let me explain this the right way. Loud meat behind you. Enemy. Kill.
Rip and tear.
Loud.
Rip and tear.
Right. Rip and tear.
Okay. How would you like to do this?
And tear.
You know what? I got denied my chance to pop a head off.
Sorry.
I am going to basically just kind of jump at him, hit him with my feet, grab his head, and pull and push with my feet at the same time.
Okay. You slam him to the ground, burying his hips into the carpet with your 800 pounds of weight or so. And as you do, you will wrap your claws around his head and pull. And there is that satisfying feeling as his vertebrae pull free of his body. And as you pull it up and admire your handiwork and your rage for a moment, the eyes are going to roll back into inky darkness, and the mouth is going to say something in that echoey voice to you that you barely recognize in your rage. And it is, "You make great offerings to us." And then it's going to die, because even a spirit can't keep this thing alive any longer than this. With that, we are at Brighton's turn. Brighton, you know exactly where that smell is coming from now that you are shifted up into Garu?
Herschel.
Oh, you're in Urshel? Oh, yeah. You're Urshel.
Yeah.
You absolutely know where that smell is.
Great.
Oh,
There's nothing else
Thank
here.
you, Hayden, for the dope kill. Ooh, he's got a tip. Yay.
Nice.
All right.
So
Directly.
yeah, there's no one else in the hallway, right?
Just the one on the ground who is frothing over.
That's fine. It's fine. I'm, super compassionate.
It's true.
Yeah, I'm going to. How long do I? Okay. I guess what I'm asking is, if I head towards the scent, can I still use a gift as I'm doing that?
If it is an aggressive gift, yes. It has to be in what kind of gift is it? Does it require thought?
It does, but I'm not in Garu.
Oh yeah. Sorry, everybody else is in Garu except half
I
of you
know.
are in Garu.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm just thinking about that. Yes, you can still go forward and use a gift. What would you like to use?
Okay. I would like to use exit strastrategy to
Yes,
try
I think
and
that
plan our
sounds
way out of
great.
here.
That sounds fantastic. Go
Cool.
ahead and I actually have never seen that gift used before, so tell me what it does.
Cool. Well, I got to roll, so let me roll first.
Please,
I spend
please.
an essence,
Okay.
and then I roll. Wits and streetwise and wisdom. I got here 2. Streetwise. 3, 4, 5. 5 dice.
Can do it. I would give you an inspiration, but I can't give you inspiration.
She's already inspired.
I know.
This is true. And actually, can I use that inspired condition? Because I did get 3 successes.
Yes, you may. So you gain a point of willpower back. Boom.
Cool. And then it's an exceptional success now.
It is an exceptional success.
So let me see here.
You're so exceptional.
So on a success, I'll read the exceptional success edition after, but
Please.
on a success, it grants me one of the following as an instinctual knowledge. The location of the nearest uninhabited safe bolt hole that the Uratha can lie low in, up to a range of wisdom renown a miles away, which is 1. So
Okay.
1 mile away. A particularly well-concealed or obstacle-strewn escape route that will penalize any foot chase rules, which is probably the most accurate one.
I will also extend that to car chases as well.
Fair. I was going to say, or a route to a vehicle or specific piece of useful equipment, or the closest method of passing a specific obstacle. So probably it's more the escape route is what I'm hoping for.
Okay, so you know exactly right now that you have a pursuer who will be arriving at this vicinity within the next 2 minutes.
Okay.
You also know the best way to the car, and you know a place nearby. Hold on, let me just picture this area of Vancouver. There is an old, there is a rundown car wash not that far from here.
Okay.
That has been closed, but would be really easy to hide inside. You realize that all you would have to do is pop the lock on the gate to the actual drive-through car wash.
You have to throw a Kate at it.
Yeah, it's an old gas station that's been closed down with one of those auto drive-through ones.
Nice. All right, so I cannot explain to others the details of this, but I will lead. The facet leads me to what I seek, basically. So it's one of those like, follow me, I know the way out of here kind of things. On an exceptional success, I also now may add my wisdom renown to any physical dice pool to escape my surroundings apart from attack rolls, which is just an extra 1 die. But
that's still pretty great.
yeah.
All right, so with that directly in front of you, you can immediately smell Niklaus's scent coming out of the room that is just on the other side of the hall from the lobby. Okay. It's 214, room 214.
Okay, is there a door in my way?
There is a door in your way.
I would like to go through the door.
Okay.
Yes.
Are you going in and just going through in wolf form?
Yeah.
Okay. So to knock down the door, what I need you to do is a strength and stamina roll.
Okay. Let me find my actual stats for that,
And
because
the durability of the door is 2, and it has a hardness of something. Ooh, because I never remember hardnesses. I'm in the middle of writing another book for this right now, and one of the powers that I've done has hardness and structure, and it's just...
Oh, it's related to the destroyer merit. I can look it up if you want.
Yeah, I'm almost there. I mean, you can too.
The demolisher, rather.
Okay. Injury and healing. Just breaking stuff. Hitting vehicles with objects. Can you just give me an example of what a door is?
Feel like it's damage rating is like 2 or something.
I'm just trying to find out what its structure is.
I got 5
'Cause-
successes. So.
Okay, that's cool. I'm just gonna put that up.
Yeah, I think we got
It's
it. I'll pull
fine.
it up just for...
It's fine.
It just happens.
So you are in Urshel form, so that's just the basic wolf form, right?
A direwolf.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. Urhan. They're both so they so as
means wolf.
as a swollen dire wolf that is about 8 feet long, probably 9 feet long, you hurl yourself against the door, which splinters on its handle, shattering the deadbolt inward, and you find yourself overwhelmed by the scent of isolation and disgust. Looking around the room, you quickly will be able to see that Niklaus is there. A bunch of his belongings are piled in the corner. A computer is open, the screensaver constantly cycling. The television is on at a low volume, and Niklaus is laying in bed. He's got about 2 weeks' growth of a beard, thick and curly, coming down off of his already normally slightly stubbly face. He smells awful. You can smell his body odor. He doesn't smell as bad as the others, but there's something about him that just seems very pathetic, isolated. The room is lined with takeout containers, so much so that even as you burst in, you're stepping on old molding pizza boxes. What do you do? And the rest of you are going to be able to pulse down the hallway, and unless you decide to murder anybody else, go into some hotel rooms, I'm assuming you can arrive at the scene and shapeshift down. Okay.
No, as long as nobody else tries to murder me,
Nobody
I will...
else is trying to murder you. But as you are approaching, all of you are going to hear something in the distance with your wolf senses. As you are at the door to Niklaus's room, you will hear the distant sound of police sirens, even over the sound of the fire alarm, as well as a fire truck in the distance.
Yeah, because
Fire
auto...
alarm.
Yep.
You'll probably hear an ambulance if you really try, but like, you got those for sure.
I'm going to shift up to Hishu because I can do this reflexively, so I might as well.
Might as well.
Yeah.
All right, your bones realign, bringing you back up to your normal form. Your clothing appears as well.
And as everyone else kind of comes into the room, we gotta go now. Somebody grab him.
Okay.
I'll grab him. And someone grab the laptop too.
I'll grab that.
Okay, you'll grab his things.
I will have a quick look around to see if there's anything else, like cell phone,
Sounds good.
bag already packed, whatever.
What I would like you guys to do is, I would like whoever is looking around for a brief moment can make me an intelligence plus, or a wits and investigation roll at a -3 because of the time. However, if you are using any wolf senses, let me know.
I will.
Which one are you using? Scent?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
then do it at a -1.
Okay.
I'm also spending a willpower.
Okay, go ahead.
I think I'm more concerned with just keeping a track of those sirens and judging how much time we have left.
That sounds great.
And also plotting in my head the way we need to go.
Okay.
4 successes.
4 successes?
For fuck's sake, these dice are rolling 10s.
That's
like constantly
that's
in a
pretty
row.
Great.
Like
That's
3
good.
in a row.
And I just have to check. 2 successes?
Ridiculous.
Okay. You are... Kate, you quickly... You sniff, being the last one in the room. You're right next to the bathroom. There's something about that. You can smell that it's not been cleaned in weeks and is starting to get that kind of grimy scent to it. You could smell a little bit of vomit inside of there, and you instinctively head toward and lift the edge of the toilet tank and see that there is a baggie of something submerged under the water line, sealed. It's
Yoink?
You absolutely can yoink it.
Ew.
Back in the... It looks like it contains pills and some type of liquid in a vial. Meanwhile, back in the room, Megan, you will catch a scent of something, and there is a wall vent at about 5 feet up. Do you have a knife or something to pry it out?
Brighton does if Megan
I haven't
doesn't.
shifted back down yet, I don't think.
Or you're still... If you
That's
do
true.
not shift back down from Garu, I need you to make me a death rage roll.
Okay.
In that case,
You can
Well, I
choose...
think I would have shifted down to Dalu
Okay, you can shift
Just
down to
to-
dog.
because I knew we were gonna have to pick him up, so I'd
Sure.
want the extra strength.
So in that case, you can just bury your claws in the wall and rip the grate over. What are you doing, Claire?
I was just gonna pick him up.
Okay, so you have
If
Niklaus.
I need to, I'd shift up to Dalu, but I'm pretty strong.
Okay.
you're probably fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're totally fine to pick him up. So do me.
No, look him over, I think.
He looks emaciated. His Gina would like his abs. They are very. His body fat ratio on his stomach has gone from that slightly a bit of pudge that you get when you're a researcher, to being taut and tight. However, you're also seeing a little bit. His open button-up shirt is revealing a significant amount of rib, and very well-defined ribs. At this, he's probably lost about 15 pounds since you've seen him, maybe 20. However, Megan, you will rip the grate away and see that there is a plastic bag inside, and it's a file folder with basically a sealed plastic bag around it.
Okay. I will pull that out,
Okay,
because who knows what the heck that is.
that's true. So that's 6 success. That definitely bypassed my hiding that roll. And then, sorry, I'm just checking one final thing. Strong sense. Okay, Claire.
Yeah.
You are going to. So you're. Okay. Well, that is a thing. Cool. You are going to be able to pull him up, and there's something just. He smells awful, but there's something just slightly invigorating about the scent of just his natural aroma.
Okay.
It's a strange sensation that you find yourself thinking of as soon as you make physical contact with him. It's just, it's weird. It's picking up a dying friend and going, wow, they smell really nice. It might not consciously twig you, but it's going to unnerve you a tiny bit. And with that, you think you have everything inside of this room.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
As they're kind of gathering the last bits of this, and right before they leave, Brighton's just gonna say loudly to the room, "Our pack, ours. Don't ever take from us again." And then she's gonna go.
Okay. Can you do me a favor? I want you to make me a presence and intimidation roll.
Yeah, I will.
It's just snarling and.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
2 successes
Oh.
2 successes. All
on
right.
2 dice.
2 dice. That's pretty good. All right. So you
Yeah.
scream back into the room, and with that, you take off into the hallway. Are you doing anything else in the hotel, or just getting the hell out?
Getting out. I'm gonna be like, we gotta go, and
All right.
start heading in a direction.
It's
Yeah.
a moment later. You will burst down the stairwell, the other stairwell, and out the back door that you came in through originally. It's strangely unlocked still, if I'm not mistaken, Kate. And a moment later, you will find yourself in Megan's car, throwing. It's an SUV, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're able to easily lay Niklaus in the back seat, throw all of his things in the trunk, or just on the floor where his back seat is, and you are off with a shot. You are going to head out the back exit of the hotel right as you see the flashing lights pull into the front entrance.
And I'll be like, I know a spot, and direct Megan to
Okay.
I will just follow.
Okay, you will just do what she says?
Yep. I will totally do whatever Brighton tells me to do right now.
All right.
And at this point, I think Kate's probably in the back seat this time. She would not have shotgunned this. So she's probably trying to do any sort of like what little first aid she knows with her medicine one.
Okay. All right. So go ahead and make me a wits and medicine roll to see what you need to do.
More medicine than me.
Yeah, me too.
Remember, I have a point in every skill.
Do you have anything in your car, Megan?
I would have a first aid kit, yeah.
Okay. You know what? I'm going to decide that you have something else in your trunk area as well, because I have it, so you probably would too.
Okay, sure.
Does this give me a bonus or anything, or?
No, but it'll give you access to items when you succeed.
Oh, okay. Assuming I succeed.
You're gonna succeed. It's gonna be great.
It's somebody else.
Actually, you know what? If you have the first aid kit, you can add 2.
Spending willpower.
And the 2.
And the 2. Yes, both of those things. Okay. That's that. 2 successes.
2 successes. All right. He is suffering from severe dehydration and malnutrition at this point. Looking into the back, you can see that inside of a clever crate in the very, very back portion of the SUV, there are a number of like bags and under a flap in the floorboard is where that first aid kit is. But as you're moving the clever crate to the side, you'll see that it also contains several bottles of water. And inside of the first aid kit is some emergency electrolyte solution.
Yay!
So
those things.
So you can administer that.
Together.
So that's going to be 2 successes.
It's probably going to be slow going to try and as we're driving, but
all right.
Let's at least prep it for when we get there.
You start to feed a little bit of it to his mouth, and he at first sputters and coughs a bit, but as you tilt his head and administer it slowly, he will start to very slowly and painfully start to sip down the bright, kind of creamy white electrolyte lemon flavor from the bottle of Natural Springs or whatever Costco brand is in the trunk. He groans a bit, but doesn't fully wake up.
That's okay. He's probably in a terrible existence right now. Pat head. Oh.
Val.
No, not quite. Just rest.
I'm sorry.
Just drink the water.
All right. With that,
hydrate.
You will be able to continue driving. Claire, you still have your hand kind of back, just holding him down, just making sure he doesn't roll around too much.
Yeah.
Gain a willpower point.
Okay.
Your hand is going to tingle a little bit. Like a pleasant shiver.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. It's just very strange. You feel very invigorated by this experience. And as you drive, you will quickly find yourselves at this old, dilapidated gas station that has a large sign in front of it that says that it's cleared for demolition. You make your way through the plastic tape that cordon off the premises and drive around to the side of the car wash. Is that where you're headed, or are you going to head home?
Well, I think Brighton directed me here, so...
Just hang out here for just a little bit, and then we'll head home.
All right. You take.
I just don't... In case the cops, like, spotted us leaving, I don't want to get followed.
Yeah, true. There wouldn't be any stuff, like, in this place at all, like, that we could scout out for, like... It's probably been ransacked.
The windows are boarded over. It has a significant amount of graffiti on it. Quite a few number of gangs are in this area, and no, it's pretty picked clean. This has been closed down for probably about 3 or 4 months.
Fair enough.
It looks like it was an old Husky station.
Yeah, thanks.
It looks like it's being redeveloped into a condo, of course.
Of course.
Everywhere in
Everything's being
Vancouver turns
redeveloped.
into a condo. Your
Eventually.
Condo Coover.
yeah, you try to rebuild your kitchen. Your kitchen's suddenly a condo. The rest of your house isn't. There's just a condo in your kitchen.
What? How did that happen?
You put a birdhouse in your
The second time this
backyard.
week.
It gets foreclosed and a condo gets built. You know, it's
Bird condo.
bird condo.
The bird
None of the birds can afford to live there either.
No, the squirrels moved in.
The squirrels move in because they're
We're a
nuts.
raccoon.
Or a raccoon. Yeah. I
Or
lost
like
Jen on my
one
nuts.
picture of the I think
Yeah.
there's a possum in our owl house. Oh, why do you think that? It's a picture of a possum's
yeah.
like in a bird house. It's like
Okay.
so
Yeah.
good.
All right.
Anyway,
Um,
so
but yeah, basically just to hide out here for a little bit and then just kind of, I guess listen to see if the sirens are coming anywhere close.
Okay.
And if not, then we can head out.
So as you are in there, you'll take a moment to reflect and catch your breath. So let me just check real quick. So Christine, gain a beat for your Niklaus aspiration.
Nice.
Amy, gain a beat for reaching out to the pack.
hey,
Caitlin, I'll give you a beat for the Gina thing, I think, what do you think? Do you think you should get it for the thing you do with Amy?
Your
What
call.
was my wording?
It was reach out to Gina, I think, or something like that. Okay.
yeah, you did do that.
I guess so.
You
Oh,
tried.
you tried. You
with
tried.
Gina,
And
we
you
tried.
tried, and you figured out you're probably blocked. So yeah, take the beat.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So, killing a human sounds great. Can I get
Can-
How
every?
many?
Can
I
I get?
take a beat towards becoming an alpha?
Yeah, take a beat because you took charge of the situation, so that'll gain an extra
I
beat.
really did.
I would
I
like.
was just like, yep, do it.
I would like everyone here who killed a person
Yes.
to make me a
Yes.
resolve and composure roll at flat.
Okay.
And if you killed 2 people, make the roll twice.
Okay.
Okay, well, I've already done one of the rolls.
You did do the first roll, yes.
And
I didn't kill anyone, did I?
No, you.
So if you fail,
No, I howled
it
and
once.
I did stuff.
Actually, one moment.
oh, and then I did kill 2 more people, didn't I? Crazy lady and I
just
killed
failed
3.
twice.
You just failed twice.
Yeah.
So hold on one moment. What
Is this plus primal?
This is not.
Okay.
So you just failed twice, Amy.
Mhm.
What was your harmony at before?
5.
Cool. Oh, actually, before you guys, if you have not rolled yet, your touchstone. We always forget to add those in.
Oh, yeah.
So
Um,
what we're gonna do? Your touchstone gives you a +2, if I'm not mistaken. Character's harmony trait. Boop boop boop. Across the shadow. 4 view events.
It depends what direction, or for whatever touchstone,
yeah.
Yeah.
right?
So you all presently still have both touchstones, so that'll be a +2. So Amy, you can go ahead and roll +2 and +2.
Okay.
So just roll 2 and 2, and then we'll go through.
So
and
I'm
see.
adding 2 to my roll?
You are adding 2 to your rolls. Yeah.
So I'm just adding 2 more rolls of 2 dice each,
Yeah, just
right?
roll 2 dice twice.
No luck.
On either.
Those are
Nice.
2 fails.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Amy, you have dropped to harmony 3.
I failed once!
Cool. You are now harmony 6.
Yeah.
Amy.
Okay, what does harmony 3 do? Let's look up that.
Amy, you now have a ban.
Very quick.
I do, don't I?
You
Yikes.
do.
Yep.
Okay, it is now. However, it's very easy for you to go back up at this level.
Yeah. What's my harmony?
In fact, all you have to do is get laid. No, mating with a human is a sin at 3 or lower. Like
Oh my
literally, you
God.
just eat a cheeseburger and get laid, and you're going right back up because eating processed food.
Yeah, that's true.
There you go.
All right.
Easy.
So you're gonna have a ban. We're gonna figure that out in a moment.
Yeah, I just have 1. Oh,
did-
and I'm at specific trigger still too.
Yeah.
I'm back to.
Did anybody else fail their roll?
I failed 1, succeeded 1.
Okay,
So does
so-
it just net 0?
Yeah.
It is. You're gonna go down by 1.
Okay.
So what was your harmony at?
6.
Okay, so now you're at 5, which is actually the perfect place to be.
Ah, perfect.
So you have a control time for your death rage of 15 minutes.
Me?
Yep, and you are immune to all Karuth triggers except for like silver and damage.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's the best place for a Rahu to be.
Okay.
Just hang out there.
Cool. I'll just try to stay here.
All right, so with that, you will catch your breath and feel. You feel pretty centered. Claire, you had to kill that. You had to kill them. They were, at the very least, possessed.
Mm-hmm.
At the worst, they were bonded with those spirits. It's just what you do. Mm-hmm. Megan, you come to terms with it as well. Like, that first one was an accident. He was probably just being influenced. It probably wasn't his fault. But the other, the cop?
Yeah, the crazy lady was...
He had a gun.
No, that was clearly spirit ridden.
Yeah.
So.
Absolutely. No, that was totally a ridden. Okay.
But yeah. The cop seemed a bit more like he might have been there, but...
But even so, that was a hell of a power that he used.
Yep.
However, Kate, there's something more feral about you at this moment. You realized, fuck him. You had to do this. This is your job. This is who you are. This is your duty as a scion of Father Wolf.
Because I had to protect my pack.
Damn straight it was.
And she's definitely, like, partially... If Claire's still, like, in the back of the car with her, she's, like, kind of, like, contact with Claire and also kind of, like, holding on to Nick, like, kind of hugging him-ish.
Okay.
Like, she's very, very, like, I'm...
Possessive.
Get my people... Yeah, like that.
Let's see. So...
This is fine.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine. One moment. I'm
This
just
is gonna burn.
I have to recheck something, thanks to you.
It's fine.
It's great. There it is. Once per scene, engaging. Okay, cool. Would you consider... So, I mean, you're just trying to basically, like, do first aid and come down from this chase. Do you find this to be a physically exciting activity?
She's been stressed, yeah.
Cool. As you're sitting next to Niklaus, kind of taking care of him, like wiping the beads of sweat off of his brow. As your fingers run across that, you're going to catch a whiff of just underneath all of the grime and gunk, just this very pleasant smell of a wolf-blooded, a human, a person.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to send a shiver up your spine. Gain a willpower point. It feels really, really good to touch him and to be near him.
No. She's just get Claire and just hold on to everyone.
We held hands earlier, so it's all good.
Aw.
Holding Claire's hand feels fairly cold and clammy by comparison, though, and Claire, the same with Kate. It just doesn't feel quite as good. By the way, both of you, the next time you are in a similar situation, let me know.
Similar how exactly?
So, out of character, I'm going to read you this real quick, just so you know what's happening. Once per scene, engaging with wolf-blooded in any physically exhausting activity, so long as skin-to-skin contact is touching, has a euphoric quality. This can be anything from willing sexual contact to a rough game of basketball, which I'm assuming carrying someone bodily out of a hotel at a run is, or administering CPR. The moment sweat is exchanged, both characters gain a point of willpower. However, the scented feeling is addictive. The next time a character who is not the wolf-blooded shares the same experience, no matter how inconvenient it might be, they must... the next time a character who isn't the wolf-blooded can share the same experience, no matter how inconvenient it might be, they must do so or lose a point of willpower until the wolf-blooded again willingly engages in the activity. So the next time someone wants to... It's kind of worded funny, but the way I see it is that the next time you have the opportunity to get sweaty with Nick and you don't do it, you lose a point of willpower. I'm gonna say that it's a hit for hit basis, though. That it's not a like forever it keeps happening.
Okay.
But just
Yeah.
the next time you see an opportunity to, grab a point of willpower, you really want to.
So they might just also be really cuddly.
True. It doesn't have to necessarily be sexual. It just feels good to touch this person.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, it's... Yep, there's a reason why he wears gloves a lot.
Oh, okay.
I have told you guys from day one that he wasn't a touchy person.
This is true. This is true.
I just thought that was a weird quirk.
Yep.
Well, and you guys specifically asked me 2 games ago, what's Nick's tell? And I'm like, you don't know. He hasn't told you.
Okay.
But for those of you who are just tuning in, wolf-blooded get tells. They're super little minor supernatural things like extra armor, the ability to turn into a wolf once a month. As a treat.
Yeah.
It's a treat.
All
So your
right.
classic werewolf once a month thing is more like from,
Awoo. All right.
Awoo.
As you're hiding out next to the car wash, a cop car drives by at a good clip. Its headlights illuminating the darkness of this fairly dim side street in your area. They're scanning around with their spotlight briefly, and then they shine the light over in your direction. A raccoon skitters away from the dumpster next to where you're parked. And the cop car moves on. You wait another 15 minutes. Until you get the sense, Brighton, that it's probably safe to go.
Let's go home.
And with that, you head back to your den. And I think with you guys re-arriving at your den and taking a little bit of time to recuperate is probably a good place to call game for tonight. Unless there's anything else you want to do before game's end.
Hug a dog.
Okay. You go in and hug Daisy and put Nick in his bed, gathering up his belongings. Are you going to go through them, or are you just going to put them in a pile?
Put them in a pile.
Okay.
I'm really curious about what's in that folder that he wrapped up and put in there, so I'm going to have a look.
Okay.
Because it might be something that he was gathering for us and is important and we need to know.
Or it could be about us.
You
That too.
actually will, as you open the cover, you will see that it looks like old photocopies of internal file memos. And as you're flipping through, I want you to quickly make me, before game ends, an intelligence and investigation roll.
One success.
You will flip around and you will see that there are 2 things that keep coming out at you as you're looking through. One word, section 13. The word keeps coming up constantly. A lot of these files are redacted. They're badly photocopied, looks like hastily. And then as you're flipping through, you'll see that some of the photocopies, one of them has a picture photocopied into it. And that's when you will recognize Lance. Lance Croker. Or Coker. I couldn't remember. It was Lance Coker. Lance Coker. It's a photo of Lance Coker, much younger, about 15 years younger than the last time you met him. The member of your pack that left to form the Kingsway. It looks like it's a dossier file. As you glance down, you'll see that the file says, subject has been observed prowling around this area. Agents, acquire a sample at soonest convenience.
Oh, fuck.
And I think we'll call game there. All right. So, did you guys have fun tonight?
Yeah.
Yes.
I love how bloodthirsty you are.
I was like, yes!
All right. So,
man.
So good.
I do really enjoy the roleplay, but I also really enjoy a good fight where I can do crazy ass shit and be just incredibly successful.
Can I ask you an honest question?
Yes.
With these type of games, like for example, if you're in Garu form and you are going up against a lesser ranked spirit or person, is it satisfying? Like as a storyteller, I don't know, is that satisfying for me just to be like, yeah, how do you kill them? Like there's no role. Like you just do it. You're that cool. Is that satisfying?
I think it, at least for me, it is, as long as that's not everything we're doing.
Yeah.
Yes.
I do like also rolling and then being like an absolute boss at how much I rolled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's also really satisfying because I feel like I actually did it myself.
So is it good when you're basically kicking in the door and the goons fly in and you're like, all right, now the real fight?
Yeah.
Is that good? Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Like,
I felt like it made us actually feel cool and strong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have to try.
And I also find it super funny when I roll against someone who's potentially not that strong and I fail at it horribly. Because that's freaking hilarious. And it leads to like other sorts of ridiculous shenanigans.
This is
it's
true.
like, I can't hit anything tonight, so I'm going to go over there and help someone else.
Yeah.
All right.
And then if you kind of counter it with fights like, like the towards the end of season 1, where we're like, and all of this silver, and we're fucked.
Yeah,
that's true.
We're just wrecked.
Yeah,
it's here.
Yeah, it's kind of that balance between the two types.
No, I guess I heal all this lethal.
You do heal all that lethal. You know what's great is that, yeah, everything connects, and it's great. And you guys are only seeing like a fifth. Oh God, not even like a tenth. So tonight you are going to gain 4 beats, and start thinking about what your new aspirations are going to be. Next game, I'm probably going to give you guys a couple of days off in game, if that's all right with you.
Yep.
Okay. That's good. I need willpower back.
Yeah, you need willpower. So I'll give you a couple of days to kind of catch your footing.
I want to remind Jen that we need, and Kelly, that we need to come up with something for my Cunning 2.
Oh, that's right. So
renown that I spent for a little while back.
Yep, we also need to come up with a band for you.
That is also true. I'm gonna make a note here.
So we'll have to look up what a good werewolf band would be. Not a werewolf band, that's something different.
No, our werewolf band is called Loud Meat.
Loud Meat.
That's right.
Sorry, chat. We're taking that for the werewolf band.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh man.
I'm going to see my quotes from other games. I've got like Orc Tales, the Orc Bard Troop. Just the line, "We should smash." How would you wax a werewolf?
From the bottom, and you'd work your way up.
Werewolf bikini wax, and also in quotes.
So
yes,
my game notes from tonight are kind of ridiculous because I get down to like gotta rescue Nick, and then I go Kate WTF, and then I go hi bitch, fight everything, bye bitch.
I've got it. Yesterday, last game also has in quotation 7 games and an aneurysm.
Yes, yeah, there's that one. Yeah.
So Amy.
Yeah.
Guess what else?
What?
You don't need a locust to enter the spirit world anymore.
Oh.
You need a locust to get home.
Oh, okay. Well, one-way door is still a door.
One-way door is still a door. At Harmony 8, you can come back to the world of flesh without a locust.
So I just need
to. You can't go over.
I just realized that
spirits in the spirit world.
I just realized that Kate is basically the opposite of Hodor.
That's true. That's true. Open the door. Open the door. So Kate, here's the way this works real quick. The band that you are struck with has something to do with a spirit your character has interacted with, your personality, or events in the story. The spirits that you directly interacted with were spirits of death, spirits of pain, and spirits of silence.
In this last chapter specifically, or does it have to be in general?
This is just like the most recent ones. Those have been the big ones.
Okay, because I'm just thinking, because there's also my loon. But we haven't really developed it too much. So that probably doesn't make too much sense. Or
So
what were the other things that had to be related to? It was spirits. It was
personality or events in the story. So I
it
think
could be that I can't compelled to destroy things instead of using subtle reproaches or.
So you gain the persistent ban condition. Which basically, or the ban persistent, there we go. Your character suffers from a powerful spirit compulsion that demands specific behavior. It is difficult to contravene the ban, and attempts to do so elicit a sense of revulsion or wrongness. You suffer a -3 on all dice pools that are rolled as part of an action that breaks the ban's dictated behavior. If breaking the ban's compulsion would not involve any dice pools, you suffer a -2 to all dice pools until you correct your breach instead.
Okay, what page is that on?
That is 306.
The other one I was wondering is, could it be related to the pact or totem?
It could.
Because that could be difficult, because isn't its ban like you can't be separated from the pack?
Yeah, I don't know how that, like, I want to make it good, but I don't want it to completely dictate your role playing, because that's something you're already doing really hard anyway, and it would just make your character.
That's true. It would just make her super clingy until she fixes it.
I want to stretch her in a different direction.
Okay.
Because she's already like super broken in that one way. So let's break her in a different way. Let's think on that, and before next game, we'll figure one out, okay? And chat, if you have any ideas, go ahead and put it in there, or leave it in a comment for us on YouTube if you're watching later, because our next game is set for... Is it next Sunday?
27th. Next Sunday, yeah.
So next Sunday. So we did Friday tonight because it's Christine's birthday this weekend, so we were going to take a night off. And because Caitlin works a double shift, which sucks.
Yikes.
We will see you next Sunday night. Same werewolf time, same werewolf channel. Well, as usual, it'll be on Sunday instead of Friday. So thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Werewolf the Forsaken. You guys got your 4 beats?
Yep.
Cool. Which
and
means...
that's on top of the 4 that I have accumulated throughout the night?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, because your personal beats are different than your pack beats.
Okay.
And does anybody else feel like they should earn one from an aspiration that we didn't already grant? Or
I was wondering if anything I did tonight could be counted towards glory renown.
Level 3. I'm gonna have to actually take a look at that and remind myself what level 3 is worth.
I didn't think there was, but I figured I'd ask.
I mean, like, I don't know. You're kind of a little like you stormed a hostile. Feels more like a 2 right now, but we'll see. Let me look that up. So I'll put a note on my book.
Sure.
Anybody else have another one?
No.
Okay.
I guess would it count towards my solidify our hold on our territory?
We did go after...
Because we're going against the threat within it?
No, but only because you already got it last session when you got the info about her.
Oh, okay.
So she's not gone for good.
I didn't get it last session.
You took the beat last session. You asked at the end of game if you thought it counted toward it.
Did it?
I'm pretty sure. We can go back and check. Like, we have it on video now.
True. Much easier to figure out than being like, what did we do last time?
I'm pretty sure
I didn't take any personal beats. No, because last time we talked about it in relation to the video cameras, but I'd taken it the session before.
Okay, yeah. So I'll give you 1 beat between the 2 sessions for hunting down the White Agora.
Okay.
And for rescuing Nick.
Cool. Thank you.
Okay. And then this also means that for anybody, we're going to skip over some downtime. So if you have some aspirations that you would like to have pop up into your story that are pretty easy, like your one night stand one, or talking to your dad was another one, Claire. Because you're supposed to have that call with your dad. So if you want to do that, boom, that's a scene I have to run. Yep. And you get a beat for paying. I basically pay you to tell me what to run you.
Perfect.
Okay.
Oh my god, like in the amount of games I run, I would literally pay you guys to tell me what to run you instead of just guessing. All right. So, hey, thanks for tuning in tonight. We will see you next weekend. Have a fantastic night, everybody. Goodbye, Pack. All right, we're plural. All right, see you later, everybody in chat. Have a great night. Bye.
Night.